All right. So we live. This is special grown folks. We just chilling. We're gonna bring the big homie Haas. We got Chastity Brill TV in here, and we got Brooklyn Royale. All right. So that's where we at. We just chilling. Today we doing a grown folks current affairs joint. Where first thing I want to speak on is the T.I. and Tiny joint that's going on. You know what I mean? I'm not picking sides. You know what I mean? I'm not picking sides, but the way it went down is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Because the way I see it, is like, they ain't got no proof. They don't want to make. Let me bring my people up here, man, and we all talk. Let's get everybody up here to hear what I gotta say. God damn it, Chastity, come on, babe. All right,
Hey,
introduce yourself.
My name is Chastity. I'm from Memphis. I'm 26.
Okay, 26. So we got youthful ears in mind right now. So it's gonna be trouble. All right, let's bring the big brother Hassan up. All right, Big Haas.
How everybody doing tonight? This Big Hassan from Harlem. Saying shout out to everybody, all my people. You know what I mean? Peace and love to everyone.
All right, let's bring Brooklyn up. Brooklyn, what up?
What's good? It's Baby Gal from Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, yo, Hassan and Bria, could you turn your phone sideways? Then you'll take up the whole screen. Turn it sideways, the long way. Yeah, not like an Instagram video.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. You got yours, Bria.
I'm on time.
Yeah. Oh, yours on turn?
I'm on time.
All right, so we're gonna ride. Okay, so where I'm at, man, let's just get right to the meat of this, man, because I'm not really feeling the way it's going down. They had old T.I. and Tiny, like if they some type of perverts and carrying on all kinds of ways. We already know all of us got a little freak in us, so we ain't gonna play no games because it's grown folks on. You know what I mean? So we ain't gonna be judgmental. We're gonna be open-minded. We're gonna hear all the facts to the case, and we're gonna see what's going on. You know what I mean? So that's where we at. So now this joint here is about T.I. and Tiny. You know what I mean? The first part.
All right.
You know what I mean? I don't know if you heard Haas, but what's going on is they got them on some freak time, like if they tried to do an R. Kelly on some females, like a tag team joint. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not picking sides. You know what I mean? But we got to be neutral and we got to set a precedent so that we know as a people that we got to be careful what we do and how we do it, and we got to be 100. And our intentions have to be pure, and we have to be honest when we do things. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with this. Because I got a little skepticism with this because and no way am I siding with T.I. or siding with Tiny or making a thing on with the girl. None of that. All I'm saying is, from what I read, if y'all heard something different, know something different, people in the comments, please shoot it in. From what I heard, that T.I. and Tiny that they saying all these things happen, but the females don't want their names out there who it is. That's one, which is understandable. But then two, they never went to the police. You know what I mean? But then three, they still don't want to go to the police. You know what I mean? So those are two things that got me on the fence. And then the third one that really tipped me over the fence is that now the lady that's bringing the info out, that's speaking for them, is stating that they also don't want to how you say it? They also want to do a documentary. They get ready to try and sell a documentary about the whole incident that they don't want to tell the police about. They didn't tell the police about. They never told the police about. You understand what I'm saying? And then what's that other one? That I just said. I mean, talk to me, family. If somebody correct me, man, I know I sound one-sided.
How long ago did the incident happen? How long ago? Now comes to the question: how long ago did the incident happen?
Well, it just came out recent. I don't know how long.
Yeah, but I know this came.
So, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Because what happens is that the lack of the fact of going to the police says a lot. You know what I mean? And they want to do a documentary, and the fact that do they feel that a crime took place? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? The people that the people, the women that this perpetrated, did they feel a crime took place, or or what's the situation at hand, and in terms of their mind, you know what I mean? Because what happens is that they're going after two notable figures, and but yet they have yet to go into the police. You know what I mean? So that's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying, in terms about if a crime is taking place. You know what I mean?
And see, first of all, let's introduce Ramonita. Say, unmute your mic, sis. Your mic might be on mute. Yeah, now you good.
There you go.
Introduce yourself, Ramonita. We can't hear you. You have to go in and fix your mic. I'm not going to stay here doing this. Go in and fix your mic, sis. All right? And then we'll bring it right back up. Yeah. Now, because we got to keep this thing moving. We're not going to play all day, fix your mic, fix your mic. You know what I mean? But now, Haas made a good point. I heard it was like maybe 10, 12 women, so that means it had to have been over a period of time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, it had to be over a period of time. So that answers that. Ramonita, your mic working, sis? Say something that we'll know. Don't shake your head. Okay, so it's not working because you tried to say something. Thank you. But that's where we at, man. So go out and come back in. Tell her to go out and come back in. But now, how do y'all feel about what I just said and what you know is going on right now with this incident?
This is what I want to say. You got 10, 12 with however many women. Why didn't they report that situation when it first popped up? So now it's starting to look like clout chasing. Maybe T.I. and Tiny didn't pay no attention to them, so now they feeling some hostility towards them, and now they want to come out with these accusations because of their name and their stature. Right. That's what it is.
Yeah, right.
Turn the volume down just a little bit, sis. Turn your volume down a little bit. All right. But that was a very good point. How about you, Chastity? What's your opinion?
This is an ongoing thing with the couple, so everybody knows about their escapades. But I feel like they're kind of intimidated, maybe, and they were really reaching out to the girl who's into it with T.I. They weren't coming out publicly, so the girl put them on blast, to support her story. Like, hey, it's other people too. So you could be intimidated by somebody that has so much money and power in the industry. Like, why would you go up against it? Just keep your mouth shut. He probably paid them off. I don't know.
No, all that.
My question is, how the children affected? You know what I mean? Because from my knowledge, they got a lot of kids. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. The fact that someone would slander their name and at the same time wouldn't go, to the police in terms about saying it's a crime, happening. You know what I'm saying? So, like I agree with baby girl. What I'm saying in regards to it seems like a situation of clout chasing. Now, if a crime took place, then it needs to be investigated. But when people want to, they talk about making documentaries and they don't want to go to the police. It seems as if a friendship that went wrong. You know what I mean? Right. It's a relationship that went wrong. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, for T.I. and Tiny, you know what I'm saying? They're the burden of, a public opinion. They have the burden of public opinion weighing on them. So, we just have to, weigh. I see how this weighs out, before we speak prematurely in terms about on them, because we never know, what these women, what their motivation is now. You know what I mean? There's all kind of incentives to, want to tell stories in this day and age. You know what I mean? And the more shocking, the more, the more monetary value. So, I just pray for the children that, that this doesn't affect them, in a negative manner, because, they do have some, bright, impressionable children. And, and from, I have seen the show, I don't watch it, but I have seen the show on a few occasions. And they, they were, very, a bright and, and empowering and, had a positive influence, you know what I'm saying, their image, you know what I mean? So I would just hope that this doesn't tarnish that, because that was most important in terms of our community, the positive image that they would give it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's a very good point. Very good point. But it's just that, Chastity made a good point. She said that it's a lot going on with them, and we know about their Lord, other sexcapades and all those different rumors and all that went out.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, we got that, but does that convict them to you?
No.
Huh?
Does that convict them?
Not at all.
No, I want to hear Chastity. Okay.
it doesn't. I have to hear both sides.
Okay. So that don't sway your opinion.
That don't sway my opinion. It really, because it's like this. He's a celebrity. Who don't want one night with T.I.? So I feel like, they were starstruck and they probably, they didn't know what they was getting themselves into. Maybe.
Yeah, but see, yeah, you're right, because a lot of this goes real far and crazy to me in left field, because if it's supposed to be, let's say, 10 or 12 women, not one of them went to the police, so everybody was I mean, you don't intimidate 12 people. You know what I mean? Right. That's like a jury, man. You know how hard it is to get 12 people to really, agree. That's why they do the majority and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like the majority wins 506 and 5. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? But to get 12 people and none of them go, they all intimidated. I mean, I'm not swayed. I'm just playing both sides because I take this serious, and I chose this topic because I'm a sex symbol now. You know what I mean?
Well, are 12 people really lying though?
You know what I mean?
People just came out of nowhere. Somebody telling the
truth.
This is another R. Kelly / Bill Cosby situation. Yeah, everybody knew what T.I. and Tiny do in Atlanta. Personally, me, I didn't came across them a few times. Me living in Atlanta, we working for the music business, and they will let you know, look, this is what it is. So they tell you before you even get into them type of games with them, look, this is what we like, this is what we do. If you can't rock with that, hit the highway. So they have to say, okay, you know what, I do want to do this. This is because something went sour along the lines of their relationship. That's what I feel personally. Me running into these people, having sit downs, this is something that I personally know for sure. They let them know this is what is going to take place upon us going across this barrier and this line.
Hey, Brooklyn, turn your mic down some more, Ma. You saying some positive things and it's coming out a little loud, and we want to make sure you clearly heard.
I agree with what she said because it's been going on, and if you've been doing this over 10 years, then you have a setup where it's professional. We're gonna do this and that. He probably got them to sign an NDA, and to them, they're probably not even listening to the ins and outs of what's gonna go on. It's just, ooh, it's T.I. Let me jump on this train, and then it goes too far. Like, well, I didn't know he was gonna have me doing all this.
Oh, so you're saying, they might have jumped on the train?
I mean, I heard that's how they get down.
I'm just saying. I mean,
what they do. I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying that's a nice visual. I just want to make sure everybody in YouTube world caught that visual. You know what I mean? Them jumping on the train. But put that back up that Ja Jones said, please. Ja Jones made a good point. He said there's a close friend that is behind many of the interests in the story. Her name is Sabrina Peterson, allegedly. That's what they say. Anybody know anything about her or got any feedback about that topic?
There's always a close friend to stab you in the back.
What would you say, Chastity? We heard how.
I don't know anything about her, but I've been seeing the stories, and from Tiny's point of view, this happened years ago, and she's kind of scorned and want to talk about it now.
The girl. Oh, okay. So this is one of the Tiny's lovers that now she wants to come forward because she kind of bitter that Tiny said, "Hey, you don't taste the same. You got too old." You know what I mean? Cookies no more. It's not tasty. We're done with it. You know? You know what I mean? I mean, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I'm just saying the flavor's no longer in the pudding. You know what I mean? So I mean, things got moved on. You know what I mean? And you feel that she got a little scorn. No, I'm just keeping it 100. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not making no sides. I'm just saying what it is. You know what I mean? Or maybe T.I. was too powerful for him, was blowing her back out, and she decided she wanted to be more caressed with Tiny, and Tiny didn't want it. Said either T.I. come with it or he don't, and that's the end of that. Could be another scenario.
Or allegedly, it may be that they thinking that maybe, it's just gonna be a little sex here and there, and maybe they're into a little bit more than what them females can handle. It could be that too.
Okay, now. Again, go ahead, Hans. Go ahead.
Or T.I. made him leave expeditiously. You know what I mean? And,
Hold on. Now I'm gonna question you, Hans. I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. You done jumped out there. So we're gonna let you answer some of this. Now, Big Bro.
What's up, baby?
What they have done to make T.I. want them to leave What could they have done, just as hypothetical, that could have made T.I. want to leave expeditiously? Give us a scenario of what did you think?
Make them leave. Mission accomplished, job complete. You gotta go. This wasn't a relationship thing. This was a situationship thing. You know what I mean? So when the mission was accomplished and the job was complete, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, I mean, you know, they was told to leave expeditiously. You know what I mean? I would imagine. You know, I mean, you know, he loves to use that word. You know what I mean? Okay. So, you know, I'm telling you, know, maybe they wanted to hang out a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Maybe wanted to eat breakfast too. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, what was going on with it? Huh?
Okay. They wanted to form a relationship, and he just wanted the sex. It's like, okay, we did it. Let's go about it. Maybe they wanted to go further. Allegedly.
Maybe they want. I'm gonna tell you what it might have been. Maybe they wanted to be on the show. They probably wanted to be on the show as the extras. You know what I'm saying? They probably, you know what I'm saying? They probably wanted to be on the show and you know and missed out. You know what I mean? They said, hold on. You know, it was supposed to be T.I., the family, and us. You know what I mean?
Hold on. You right there. Yo, Big Rodney Hancock said this doesn't seem like a pattern with these celebrities to anybody.
It is a pattern. I worked in Hollywood.
It is, exactly. Like, yeah.
It definitely is a pattern.
I've heard it's a pattern. I've been in prison 26 years, Rodney. What prison was you in, dog?
It's a pattern.
You supposed to know more than me, dog. We just having fun with you, Rodney. But Chastity,
that's how everybody get down.
Speak on that. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's now somebody else say that Sabrina wants Tiny for her lover. Anybody heard anything about Sabrina? That's what I'm saying, man. Maybe Tiny was just tasting a little too sexy for herself. You understand what I'm saying? And girlfriend just wanted to keep the cookies for herself and didn't want T.I. no more. You understand what I'm saying? Let me say this though. Let me say this.
Allegedly, some of these things are Tiny is allegedly. Tiny is the one messing with these women. Not all the time T.I. gets into what Tiny got. He may just sit there and watch, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So these females get real intertwined with Tiny and thinking that they're going to form some bond, some sister girl bond. And Tiny be like, girl, I just wanted you for that night.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Let's get this right. I'm going to have to share one of my little sexcapades and get this thing proper. Maybe y'all get a better understanding visual. Pay attention, Chastity. Don't get lost right now, okay? You too, Brooklyn. All right? I know my son with me all the way, so let's enjoy this unique ride for a minute. All right? Now, I meet this girl. They're two lesbians. They're living together. They're lovers. You understand what I'm saying? Now, a matter of fact, I'm dropping a story about another pair that we did a little menage a trois with the mom. You know what I mean? On the YouTube. But I'm going to give you one here. I meet these two lesbians. Two of them, they lovers. They doing their thing. So one of them said, man, I'm really liking you. I'm feeling you. But my girlfriend, she's not into men at all. But I'm really bisexual. I want both. My girlfriend ain't with none of that. But my girlfriend is not going to go for me just getting it. You understand what I'm saying? So she feels like I'm supposed to not be in the men too. You know what I mean? So she said, but I'm going to give you the green light. I want you to push up on my girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? To see if, you know what I mean? You could get with her so that we could get this threesome going because I really want to do you with her. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I want the best of both worlds at the same time, but she's a little scared to death. You understand what I'm saying? So now we done went with it. Everything moving smooth. And and while we doing us, you understand what I'm saying? Shorty gets open. You understand what I'm saying? Shorty gets open. This is supposed to be the stud with the baseball hat. I mean, she looked like a little Louisville slugger. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, there was nothing femininely sexy about her, but she had a cute little face, and I really wanted to dig out her buddy, and I wanted her to get with her buddy, to get her buddy right while I dig her buddy out to keep things flowing so that we get all the juices flowing from all the holes. Having a grown folks talk, y'all. All right? So pay attention. All right, so now everything is going good, but when I get with her, you know what I mean? The one that was supposed to be the straight, you know what I mean? Old school saying, dyke. You know what I mean? She took her clothes off and she was better than the one that I saw that always wore the dress and titties hanging out. You know what I mean?
That's how I mean.
So now I start doing this. You understand what I'm saying? I start doing her, but I'm focusing more on her because my mind is with her, you know, her natural body that the other one had to pay for. She got naturally. You know what I mean? So I mean, so what am I supposed to do? So now I'm dogging a little back out. But now the one that wanted me from before, now she got an attitude. You understand what I'm saying? She got an attitude, because I'm giving this one more attention. And she's telling this one, you're supposed to be gay. You understand what I'm saying? And she's telling her, I am gay. I just like the gay right now. You understand what I'm saying? So it could have been one of those little scenarios where this little scum went over here that tried to stop me and the so-called, bad terminology, dyke from doing us. You understand what I'm saying? Now she got an attitude and don't want us together. You understand? So any chance she got, she's salting us up. But the whole time, me and Shorty Dyke trying to bring Shorty Sexy with us so that we could all go again for another round. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Because Shorty Dyke wasn't open like that. Of course, she loved the bone. I did me. Well, we're not really talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just keeping it 100, man. But that's where we at, just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? So, we just chilling, man. So where y'all at with this as far as the scenario that could have made him leave expeditiously? I'm still on that, man. Because y'all haven't given me a scenario yet.
It could have been the sex wasn't good. I mean, it's many levels you could put with this. It could have been the sex wasn't good. It could have been attitude, the energy. I mean, you know what I mean? Or because they can't keep their mouth closed, or maybe they saw something in these women that they couldn't rock with.
It's not that. It's the fact that he only got one wife. This is just for a one escapade situation.
Right.
Exactly.
It's not a woman in the world don't know T.I. is married to Tiny, so they know their position when they coming into the situation.
Exactly.
Well, and like I said in the beginning, eventually the situation is gonna have to end. You know what I mean? And they didn't come in to move in with them or stay with them or whatever. So however that situation ended, you know what I mean? In regards to what was an ongoing situation or it was just a situation that happened one time, however it ended. However, it ended in a manner where someone expected more. You know what I mean? Yeah. From the way the evidence seems right now. You know what I mean? From the information we have right now, and we have to not weigh them in the court of public opinion. You know what I mean? Because that's what a lot of these things get weighed at in the court of public opinion, and that's not the proper place to weigh them. You know what I mean? That's what the judicial system's for. You know what I mean? And the judicial system, and we understand the judicial system. If they know right now that the media is aware of it, there's gonna be some cops investigating it. So I'm sure if there was some crimes taking place, you know what I'm saying, we will hear about it in the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the fact that these women, we said?
No, I was agreeing.
What does James Fraser say? Y'all read that question to me, from James Fraser?
I can't stand when women agree to the terms and play the victim. That happens all the time. But to claim rape, that should have to go to court. If they fail the lie detector, they should get maximum time. But see, people don't use lie detectors anymore because that's not admissible in court. So it's like not too many people use that. They do, but they don't go off of that. And what I'm afraid is they're going to allow the opinions of the outsiders to rule whether they're guilty or not, which means the fans, the people that want to chime in that don't know nothing about what's going on, but they think that they know what's going on. You know what I mean? So
I think the incentives are too strong.
Saying that people who lie about getting raped or who agree to the terms and turn around and play victim for a story, he's saying they should be held accountable.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Something should definitely be done to them because it's actually people out here getting raped.
Yeah,
I agree. 100%.
Exactly, I agree because that's nothing to play with. You know what I mean? Just like when we look back in the past and we look at the situation with Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? And the situation with Tupac. You know what I mean? These, those both of those were very highly questionable. You know what I mean? Now I'm not privy to all the information that happened on the cases, but both of those were highly questionable, and both of those had an extreme impact on both of those men's career. You know what I mean? And so, the fact that, what they call it now, clout chasing, it's not something that just started. You know what I mean? But what happens is that the damage that it can do is of extreme, it should cause extreme damage. Because right now, you know what I'm saying, whether it's true or not, T.I. and Tiny, you know what I'm saying, they have a blemish on a career that that was really promising and an example for people, so and hinder them in further in terms of economically with sponsorships and things like that. So although these people and like I said, the incentives are too high because now this way, like with R. Kelly, yes, you know what I'm saying, he was, from my understanding, you know what I'm saying, he was dead wrong for everything that he did, you know what I mean? But the Netflix deals, the talk shows, all of these things are too high incentives, you know what I'm saying, for these people, and how do they get close to T.I.? I mean, you just can't get close to them. Them people got security, you know what I mean? So being that they got security, you know what I'm saying, you already had to, you know what I'm saying, to agree to something, even come over there and talk with them, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. So, you know what I mean, it's just like, you just can't walk up to T.I. or Tiny, you know what I'm saying, they got the real security, you know what I mean? So, well, we dealing with a real questionable situation, you know what I mean? And it just seems at this point in time, it just seems like lovers scorn lovers. That's what it just seems like, you know what I mean? And they would him more.
Hold on. Stop the crap, Tosh. Stop the crap. That sounds real cool. That sounds real cool and all that crap. That's crap. All right, let's get back to the salacious shit. All right. Stop the crap. All right. I got my man John Jones. My man John Jones just sent me this joint here, right? Now, this is the female talking, right? In a text. So we got the text. All right. So now we got some proof. All right. Destiny, you pay attention. Baby girl, you pay attention. Could you hear Ramonita? Is your mic working yet?
Is it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's working perfect. All right.
Hi, everybody.
All right, we can hear you. How you doing?
All right. Okay, so let me go. So it goes. The girl said, I am overwhelmed by what I am reading. And to think, I couldn't read 26 years ago when I walked into prison. But check me out now. Now, I'm overwhelmed by what I'm reading. It's sick. T.I. also does this without Tamika. I've done both. But yet he is totally different person, not under her spell. Strange is an understatement. The amount of drugs is absurd. The prey on the young literally feed you drugs instead of food. But Tiny enjoys him mistreating women, gives her some kind of power for being so insecure. I never felt so close to the devil. It was so bad. I literally snuck out while they were asleep. Sleep. You the ages, some girls younger than their kids. I'm glad you're doing this. So I guess she's saying that she's glad you're doing. So then the girl responds, wow. So then so when was this? She said this was 2017. So then the girl asks her, sorry, this happened. Would you like to join us in therapy? So now let's get the doctor some damn money. Let's go play this therapy game. You know what I mean? Because I'm reading this. You know what I mean? If you knew all of this was going on, why you let it go down and then now you got an issue like it's so scornful to you? You know what I mean? You should have said something then. Forget to the police. But you could have backed away. You obviously wasn't no young girl because you're saying the girl was young like his daughters. So that means whoever this is, she's an old chick too. You know what I mean? Right or wrong?
Right.
You know? Okay.
Well, she's blaming T.I. and not Tiny, though.
Huh?
She's blaming T.I. and not Tiny.
She's blaming both.
She's blaming both. But she said,
I'm confused. Is one person alleging or is multiple people?
It was multiple
It's a
people.
ringleader and then there's people under her.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't know that. Y'all teaching me something.
That's what I'm saying. Because I was about to say, what if she's just lying? Because people lie. People are crazy. People just lie and just say shit.
No, but that's what we're getting at.
Was assistant, so she was around them.
Oh, she was assistant? So she was getting paid for favors. She can't cry now, then.
Yeah, she was the assistant.
Right.
She probably was helping bring the girls in. That's why I said
Right.
not credible.
Oh my gosh. But anyway,
this is another situation that we've seen before.
Right.
But listen, man, Jason Fraser said, I've been in a situation in college when a female agreed to let the whole team hit. No drugs involved. After that, she started crying. I asked, do you feel we took advantage of you? She said, kind of. Right? And then the second part. Let me finish. The second part says, me and my team got locked up because she played the victim but agreed to get a train ran on us. Speak to us, fellas. Speak to us.
You feel bad?
No, that's a dangerous game. I mean,
you know what I mean?
That's a dangerous game, and it happens all the time.
Hey,
this is not like the first time it happened. You know what I'm saying? It's that situation. Like,
I'm gonna give y'all one, right?
You know,
this is on that term.
A lot of young men get incarcerated for false accusations of rape.
Say it again.
Say it again. Hosty said for you to repeat that, big bro.
You told me?
Yes, sir.
A lot of young men go to jail for false accusations of rape. A lot of young men go to jail for false accusations of rape.
Now, listen, son.
This is not the first time. This is not the first time.
Okay, listen, man. Okay, listen. Okay, so this one is saying, Shakana said she was with T.I. too. Who's Shakana? Anybody know who Shakana?
No, that's not. No, and I know Shakana. Shakana does my hair when I'm in Atlanta. That's not true.
That's Tiny's best friend.
Yeah, that's not true. And I know Shakana like the back of my hand. That's not true.
Hold on, let me find out. Was you in one of those secret meetings too? But you just you know a lot of secret meetings, mama.
But no, that's not true.
Don't incriminate yourself. We'll talk about that later because I can get off.
Thank you.
But anyway, hey y'all, but check, right? Now, true story, right? My brother, you know what I mean? God bless the dead, very handsome, more handsome than me. I'm an old black, pretty chocolate boy. But he's a good Carmel boy. All right. But my brother, right? One of our best friends, girls wanted to do him. You understand what I'm saying? So she went and came by the crib and was trying to get my brother to, you know, intimate with her. He's like, yo, I can't do that to the homie. I'm not even gonna get down like that. You know what I mean? And she was bad. She was a 9. She wasn't a dime, but she was a 9. You know what I mean? And he told her, nah, I can't do that. And she started telling him, well, if you don't do me, I'm gonna tell him that you did anyway. So you might as well just do me. Did anybody hear that?
No, say that again.
I heard exactly what you said.
Tell her what I said, huh? That way they know.
He said that the girl said, if you don't do me, I'm gonna tell my boyfriend that you said you did me anyway, so you might as well do it.
Huh. You know what I mean? And put him in the catch-22. So my brother called me. You know what I mean? Her boyfriend is bigger than me and him. You know what I mean? So I told her, you know what? Let us both do you. You can tell them that we both did you, then we both fight them. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, son. I mean, if you want it that bad, if you want to play these little games, because I'm not going to have him whooping on my brother, and he ain't going to have him whooping on me. You know what I mean? And my brother want to be the good guy, but I mean, I want to just treat you like the smart you are. You know what I mean? You know, why? I mean, we gonna get on that. That's a whole nother topic. Well, yeah. So where we at with that though? You understand as far as the false accusation? Because she threatened to put a false accusation on him, and now it's like, damn if I do and damn if I don't. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But then you got some people that's like, yo, I don't care what you do, I'm not doing that. And they go about their way. You're gonna do what you're gonna do regardless.
Mm-hmm. No, but I'm saying, but this is how it play out, and I'm bringing this up because you know what I mean. Our brothers respect the women. Don't disrespect the women. When the woman say no, it means no. Stop. Right there. You know what I mean? Once she say no, and you know what? I taught this in one of my classes in the joint to the youth that I mentored in my what they call that domestic violence class. There's all different types of domestic violence that I bet you a lot of y'all listening don't even know. Do you know that if you living with your woman, you understand what I'm saying? You paying all the bills. She's living with you, and you not giving her an allowance. You're not giving her any money. You know what I mean? Where she can't go out, and you stopping her from moving. They call that domestic violence.
Huh?
What type of domestic violence is it?
Right.
The poverty kind. The poverty kind.
Yeah, like again, like you're locked in the house. You know what I mean? No, it's a law.
I don't make enough money. I make minimum wage domestic violence.
Domestic violence is me telling you, Destiny, Brooklyn. All right, both y'all, my women, y'all both going to First Baptist Church. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? You're going to go sweep up. You're going to go do this. You're going to go do that. You can't force someone to do something.
Right.
They will. They call that domestic violence. You understand what I'm saying? But that one really shocked me when they told me it was actually a law that if you living with your woman and you don't give her any money, You understand what I'm saying? Where she could take care of her own thing because she's living with you, supposed to get compensated.
Where they from?
You know what I mean?
Right. In what state?
Yeah, what state is this?
Down Virginia, Florida, a lot of states. I'm gonna look it up.
Not Tennessee.
Now, this is a good topic to go back and talk about. I like that. No, but they call all that domestic violence. Domestic violence is not just smacking chick up. That's back in the pimp days.
Okay, so how many times you committed domestic violence, Unique?
I mean, there's all types of abuse.
I mean, when I was younger, yeah, I was on that. You know what I mean? I got you living in a mansion, driving a Mercedes Benz. You understand? I'm giving you the best loving. You understand what I'm saying? I'm giving you a roof over your head, food in the fridge. You understand what I'm saying? Clothes on your back to move around, do what you want to do. But if you want to go out there and wear something all up in your crotch with a camel toe sticking out, nah, baby, you can't do that. But they call that domestic violence because you can't tell a woman what to wear. So if I tell you, Jesse,
that just shows your respect for her.
But I'm saying, but she is who she is. She's entitled to do what she chooses to do. And that's how the law works. You understand what I'm saying? So that's
We can't hear you.
You're mute.
We can't hear you.
Let me find out my assistant thought I was talking too much because somebody.
There you go.
But anyway, what I'm saying is that, you know, all that is domestic violence, and that was the answer to your question, Chassie. Yeah, I committed domestic violence because my woman went out there with her joint hanging too low, titties all out, and I tell her, "Come on, me and our son gonna run down to the mall real quick. You know, I'm gonna go pick up a curveball. We gonna go work out."
I feel like that shouldn't count.
No, hold on, let me finish the picture. No, listen. And then she comes out. Look, me and Hassan gonna pick up a curveball. We gonna go work out. We got on sweats. And then she come out in high heels and some poom poom shorts like she the Luke Skywalker video back in 1988. I don't have a right to tell her, take that shit back inside. What did you do? You know Hassan, old freak. How you gonna come over to my Hassan and tell my man to violate me? Don't put my man in a situation to violate me. You know what I mean? Right or wrong though, fellas?
Right. You're right. But you're right.
Because if I'm at Hassan's house and this girl come out with some nice poom short cheeks looking like she just bought them from the $1.99 plastic surgeon down there in Miami. You understand what I'm saying? You know, those that look good. You know, those that look good for a week joints. You know what I mean? Here come Hassan girl come out and she got the joint all up in the crack. I'm talking about every time she breathes, you see the panties moving like a heartbeat.
Damn.
You like it, John.
I just give you a video, man, just so you know. No, but seriously. So here she comes. She come over there, and then she said, "Oh, you want me to roll this for you?" And she turned her back, but when she bend over, her breasts is hanging out. You know what I mean? Everything's showing but her nipple. Her nipple's not showing. You know what I mean? So I said, "Yo, House, what's up, son?" You know what I mean? So he said to her, "Yo, House, yo, go put some clothes on. What you doing?" "Nah, I ain't gotta do that. What are you doing?" "I'm comfortable." Right. I'm comfortable. You know what I mean? It ain't like my titty was out. And he's like, "Yo," he grabs her whole hand for a titty. All this is out. She like, "Yeah, but you just pulled the nipple out. The nipple wasn't out, so the titty." But she won't play these word semantics. You know what I mean?
What about y'all with the gray sweatpants?
You know, listen. So listen, I'm gonna get the comment.
Right?
But serious business.
With the gray sweatpants, right?
The gray sweatpants.
Yeah, you can't wear those.
And all of that.
You can't wear those.
I don't think you know about that, y'all.
I know. No, the point I'm making is don't let me breathing.
So, but wait, is that abuse?
Huh?
Is that being abusive? Not wanting your man to wear those gray sweatpants out in the streets?
I mean, if you're gonna tell him what to do and he's grown, he's supposed to say yes or no and work with.
He's supposed to not wear them.
You mute again.
I don't know. Yo, some keep muting it. Yeah, all right. Yeah, but you know what I mean? So that's where we at. Yeah, he got the pants. Of course, he got the joint. He don't work the stroke and got it hard trying to look like Unique. No problem. You know what I mean? He's trying to look like Unique. All right, so now he got the gray set pants on. And here you go, his girl, and you see him out there. Hold up. You see sexy Chastity in Brooklyn walking down the street and digging your man standing up with the Unique hanging out. You know what I mean? I mean, what are you gonna do? Robanita, how you gonna handle that?
My man's not going outside in no gray
sweatpants. Your man is standing there. He just came back from the gym, a matter of fact.
I don't give a damn where he came from. He's not wearing those to the gym either.
He can't wear sweats to the gym. Oh,
wear those Adidas joints with the stripes on the side.
You are an abuser. What do you mean you can't wear? You can't wear sweats to the gym. What are you gonna wear? A barrel?
I mean, nah, I don't care.
So who gets to decide whether or not it's
stop your crap? Stop your crap. Let me paint the picture. A matter of fact,
nah,
you mute.
That's you giving advice.
Because I feel like they're doing that for attention. There's a whole bunch of other sweatpants they could wear. He can wear.
Oh man, hold up! Stop it! You got too much crap with you. Stop it. You know what I mean?
I feel like we got to come to an agreement, because if you don't want me going outside looking a certain way, I don't want you going outside a certain way. That's just what it is.
Let's get back to
that's my point. I really don't care. I was just making a point.
Hold on. So
what you want?
You telling me
you want to be outside looking dumb? Go ahead.
Okay, you done? You call it dumb.
That's what I would say to him. That's what I would say. You want to be outside looking stupid, showing all yourself? Go ahead.
Hold on right quick. He's trying to talk.
Yeah, I mean, relax for a minute. Relax. I'm just trying to keep it 100 so y'all can see the visual. This one is for you, Destiny. You understand what I'm saying? Your man, he's getting ready to go outside. You understand what I'm saying? Your girlfriend is outside waiting. You know what I mean? He's inside. You understand what I'm saying? And he got on those gray slacks, those gray sweats that, joint looking real unique and proper. He's chilling in the crib. And you say, baby, I'm going to take the trunk. And he said, okay, well, get such and such out of the trunk. You say, nah, you go ahead and grab it. And he runs outside. It's summertime without a shirt on, 6-pack, looking good. And he got them gray pants on. And he goes by your girlfriend's. And he goes in to go get the truck. You know what I mean? And you come out and you see your girlfriends all tapping each other, looking at him. They don't even see you come out, watching them looking at you, lusting at him.
That's probably what T.I. did.
How would you react? What would you do? Destiny, it's on you.
We listening, sis.
No, I'm not Destiny.
I mean, Destiny Chastity? I'm saying Destiny. Chastity. The whole damn time. You know I'm all the way twisted.
You better get
That's probably what T.I. did.
Hey, you know
that's
I'm
exactly what T.I. did.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did while he's in this whole mess now.
Hey, listen. No, listen, right? True story, right? Another true story. You know what I mean? I got shot up 4 times and had to jump over a 6-story building. I didn't break one bone. I made it to the corner. They took me to the hospital, patched me up. No bones broken. But every once in a while, I get a little memory lapse. And I forget about the trifling shit she did and take her back to. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. I just had a brain fart. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there yelling Destiny all damn night. And it's Chastity.
One time.
Huh?
I said, I forgive you this one time.
Well, thank you for giving me, because you looking at me like, like I'm boo-boo the nut.
I was like, who are you talking to?
No, but how would you react, though? You come out and you see your girlfriends over there tapping each other, talking, oh, man, look at Unique. You see how he hanging? Oh, you know.
I feel good. I feel good. They want my man.
Yo, Chastity getting all that Unique.
They want my man. I will feel good because they want my man.
Baby girl, each one of the ladies, I want to hear you. How are you going to react to that?
Oh, I'm not having that. I'm not.
Really?
I'm not. Because first of all, if they looking at you and they doing, no, you're not doing that.
Well, but I mean, I'm looking on shot lick, sexy.
Okay, I'm going out there. My titties, look at these points. Hey, they looking all good. I got my little stuff. Your niggas is outside.
So what you saying? You want
like a snap?
You saying you want to be in one of those swap joints?
You said what?
You want one of those swap joints?
No, you didn't hear what I said.
Yeah, you said what I think you're saying, that you got your titties, you looking good too, and you could go out there and get some attention. Right?
No, what I'm saying is I was having that because if I was to put on something, showing my goodies, looking all good, like a snack, like I know that I am, and your people's outside, they gonna bite. And I know you're not having that, so I'm not having that either.
Nah, to be honest, I'm gonna keep it 100. Man. I'm gonna keep it 100. All right, so we're gonna stop with a man. You know what I mean? Tell her again, Chastity. I ain't gonna say Destiny. Tell her again, Chastity.
Go ahead. What you say?
It's different.
My thing is, exactly. Because listen, baby girl, Brooklyn.
You could come outside in a paper bag, and there's still.
Stop the crap. We didn't ask you because you ain't gonna tell.
It's the truth. You don't even gotta do none of that. You just gotta come outside and breathe.
No. Let me tell you the true way to handle this. You know what I mean? This is how I handled this back in '88. This is not me. This today won't be responsible. I'm gonna keep it 100. If baby girl Brooklyn Royale is my girl, and she living with me, and I got the homies out there, and she come out there with some cootie cutters all up in the cheeks and all that, got a breast out and all this, and she called herself trying to get with me because she felt I went out there looking good with the gray sweatpants, joints swinging in the wind. You know what I mean? Now, all this going on, and you come out there doing all that. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I wasn't saying it like that.
What did you say then?
No, I was saying if like, okay, you asking us about the man. I'm saying if it was on there, I don't be on Get Back. So if you was to do that, I wouldn't do that because I got respect for myself. But I'm saying if I was to, that's what I'm saying. It would
if you want to get some Get Back, and then you went out there with your breasts sticking up, looking all sexy. You understand what I'm saying? And your cootie cutters with the camel toes sticking and every goddamn thing else looking like a set of knuckles. You understand what I'm saying? So now you saying that if you wanted to go out there and do that to get even, right? That's what you're saying, right? Huh?
No.
Well, tell me. That's why I'm pausing. Yeah, you throwing them in the camera. Do that again.
So
I mean, like, come on, girl. You know what I mean? This is the same thing we're talking about. Right?
So look, I know. So look, you was asking us as women how we would feel, right? If our homegirls was outside. And I'm telling you, I'm not having that, right? It's not because I feel insecure. It's the fact that you, my man, that right there belongs to you. Was insecure.
But why? But why?
What you mean?
Chastity.
You said that your friends out there.
Say it again.
Yeah.
I'm
because if they're your friends, you shouldn't have to worry. Exactly.
Yeah. But see, look, look, people eyes wander. You feel what I'm saying? So you may not mean to look.
Access to unique. You
said what?
They can look, but they don't have access to unique. And
yeah, they don't have access, but it's just respect for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just respect for me. That's all.
I mean, that goes both ways. That goes.
I agree with you.
Both ways. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Let's get back to that because we already know because you don't went off. Baby girl.
Then
we're gonna jump on to this other topic. What this is right now. If I got a girl that's gonna do that, like you said that if you wanted to, but you're not gonna do, but if you wanted to do, which is a crap because you know y'all do that too, trying to get even by going out there trying to.
No, I don't do that. And
I didn't say you. You know, women do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, women do, not me. But go ahead.
I didn't say you. You know what I mean? I didn't say anyone on this panel. But I'm saying y'all know women that have done it, whether y'all want to admit you did it or not. Take it to the grave. But anyway, my point is, if my girl came out there and tried to sashay her little camel toe and doodle brown Luke Skywalker shorts and breasts is sticking out, she just bought from Miami or Columbia or you know what I mean, or down in Dykeman in the basement or wherever she got her breasts. If she go out there throwing them joints like that, man, I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell the homie straight up, y'all, we need to hit this thing together, dog. I done made a mistake. I thought that was a wifey. That ain't nothing but a stunt. You know what I mean? So if you want y'all, you know what I mean?
But see, but I agree with that. Because if a female would do that, she was never yours. That's why I said respecting it goes hand in hand.
I mean, over an outfit.
Yeah, over an outfit. Yeah.
You're OD. That's OD. You're gonna run.
No, listen.
Have your friends. Come on.
No, go ahead. What are you saying? Say it. You have the floor, Robert.
You're gonna offer your girlfriend to your friends because of her outfit?
No, because she went outside intentionally with the outfit.
Oh, with the intent. Yeah. But even though, still, damn, that's a lot.
Look, if she want to play those games.
Right.
Freak off together, man. Listen, I had a girl, man. I'm gonna give it to you 100. God bless the man. My man is dead right now, right? But the homie was over there. I meet a little cutie from down Lower East Side, 101st. I'm boning her back out. She get a crazy head. I'm feeling her. I'm ready to make a wifey. She's that good. Like Crazy Eddie. She's that good. So now the other homie, he meets it on the block. He start boning her back out because I'm not hitting it. You know what I mean? And we doing our thing. So now when that's going on, then my little sister peeks down the block and come and say, yo, you the little shorty you had up here, you know, little good little head monster. She down there with Boop the Boop. I said, what? He said, yeah, she at the corner with Boop the Boop. I said, nah, Boop the Boop already, you know, being supplied by me. I said, go get Boop the Boop. Tell Boop the Boop to come up here. Boop the Boop come upstairs. When he come upstairs, I tell him, look, dog, I've been hitting that for a minute. She thinks she playing me and you. We G's for real. This is what we gonna do. I'm gonna get her up here. When I got her up here, you gonna ring the doorbell. When you ring the doorbell, and my man say who, you're gonna yell your name, he gonna open the door, let you in, you're gonna come upstairs, door gonna be open, I'm gonna have her in a waterbed, bucked over in the doggy style. You come in, and when you see her stand there, you just stand there and look and smile. And then just take your clothes off and put it in the mouth. You know what I mean? Let her know she's a smart, and we're gonna treat her like the smart she is. Because she over there sucking me off over here and hiding out.
Wait, and you did that?
Let me finish. You let me finish. So now she thinks she's playing the both of us. So now it's time for us to play her to let her know what it really is. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how we had to do her. I mean, that was back then, just keeping it 100. But you know, she needed to be treated like who she is. You understand? Because we homies. And she's boning both of us, and like, don't tell, you know, like we're not supposed to know. You understand? But then, you know, a neutral female peaks that she's doing the two of us because we're the two big men in the area.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So she was caking. She was doing her thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You understand what I'm saying? But don't play the game like if you're wifey. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're outdo you, and you're entitled to do you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm gonna go screw somebody else and get somebody else. Now I'm not getting the right to suck it off. If she was doing good enough, I think she didn't need no help. You know what I mean? But you know, that's where we at.
Right.
You understand? But all of that, like I told you from the previous joint, it comes from communication.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like she didn't know that, yo, you're allowed to go screw somebody if you want. You understand what I'm saying? Practice safe sex and make sure, you know, you don't give them no information on me. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't know if it's my enemy.
Mm-hmm.
But now I know what? I don't know if it's my enemy.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So now when I see that she's just out there talking to like random dudes, because if I'm talking to you and you live over there in Brownsville, I'm not coming in Brownsville to meet another girl. If I come through Brownsville and I come pick you up and I drive out and I go back up to Harlem, when I leave, I don't care if I see J-Lo, Halle Berry, and, you know what I mean, and you know, Tiny on the corner. You understand? I don't need none of them because I don't have them saying they have nothing on you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm your man in your hood.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So that means when I come around there, I don't want to see no little niggas in the hood all sniffing up under you. You understand? Thinking that he's claiming you because you were just in the staircase with the nigga tonguing them down.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And then now I come pull up in my big expensive machine. He got his little brother's bicycle outside. So he's really in his feelings right now. Now I'm just keeping it 100 to give you a visual. And then I come pulling up on the block and they say, this black ugly mother with my girl. Now he claiming you with his girl. All because you sat there and let him, you know, do whatever in the staircase. You know what I mean? Because you wanted something to do. You know? So the female got to be, whoever you choose, got to be someone that respect herself. You understand what I'm saying? Because if she don't respect herself, she can't respect you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like me, when I was 26 years, I told my kids' mother, look, I don't care if you have sex. Just don't let my kids see it. Don't let my kids know you even with a nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I want my kids to know me as their only father.
Of course.
Whatever you decide to do sexually, do that away from the kids. Mm-hmm. And don't do it around none of the homeboys and nobody that know me where they got to bring back your business because they're going to make your business look like it's a whole forest you doing. When all somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, you were talking to a dude at the car wash. You see what I'm saying? So you have to choose a woman that knows how to play by the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And the rule number one is respect yourself.
Right.
Because once you do that, everything else gonna fall into pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because how many ladies y'all know, even you three on the panel, Chassie, I'm doing too much goddamn talking. I want y'all to do a little talking. Now y'all sitting there, y'all feeling the dude or whatever, so you know you like this dude.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? You know you like this dude. But then now you meet him, y'all go out, you do y'all, but y'all didn't make y'all, you know, y'all just going out having fun. No relationship, nothing there. Just platonic. You know what I mean? And then y'all start to feel each other a little touchy-feely, spending more time, late night talks on the phone, feeling giggly. You understand what I'm saying? And all of this old good stuff. Now, how do you handle that as far as you want to talk to someone else? Would you?
And you said we feeling each other?
Me?
Yeah, y'all feeling each other.
Nah, because if I'm feeling you, I'm feeling you, and that's what it is.
That's how I am too. I like who I like. It doesn't matter. I'm the same way. I like who I like. If I like her, I like you, and that's it.
Clicking,
And
that's another, that's something else. But if we clicking, why talk to somebody else when
Wait,
it's
talk
working on
or
this side.
have sex with somebody else?
Huh?
Talk or have sex with somebody else? Because the situation you described, she was
talk to have sex.
Yeah, just messing with somebody in general, you know.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the sex, talk, all that. Because it's gonna start off with talking. I'm sure you ain't gonna just bend over and get boned. So yeah, he's gonna talk some sweet uniques in your ear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's where we go from there.
No,
you know?
I wouldn't do that.
Or you wouldn't do that. Okay, but then now you see me driving down the street, you know what I mean? And I got a cutie in the car. How would you react to that? Huh? What?
Okay, I'm cutting you off and I'm gonna start talking to somebody else because I know where I stand.
But see, I can't say that. I'm gonna have to communicate to find out who that cutie was. It could have been a friend, cousin,
I don't
auntie.
need no communication. He's showing me. It is what it is. It's
Yeah, did you hear? No, because you didn't even hear what she said. You didn't even hear what she said, Chastity. You don't even know if it's my little sister, my cousin, my aunt, my niece. You don't know who it is. You just see a little cutie driving the car and you're going to cut me off and go screw somebody else.
You're right. But I'm not even the type to address it and ask, who was it in your car? It depends on our situation.
No, and you're entitled to do that. But that's why Brooklyn Royale said that she'll communicate. Because we spoke about that for the last 2 episodes she's been on my joint. I push communication is key. In every ship, whether it's a friendship or relationship, every ship, there should be communication.
Yeah.
You can't have a ship without a communication. If you got a ship without a communication, you got a shitty relationship. You know what I mean? Just get 100. You know what I mean? How you feel about that? How Dad, take over Haas so I can take a break, come off and let you run this job.
Yeah, Big Haas.
Big Haas, we can
always, like you said, all relationships starts with communication. You know what I mean? You know, and no matter whatever the situation is, you know, you got to be able to communicate with the person. Like the lady said, she said, you know, I'm feeling somebody, you know, I'm a rock with them. I'm gonna wait it out. You know what I mean? But then, like the other young lady said, you know, if I see him with somebody else, then you know, I'm just gonna move on. You know what I mean? All that goes on communication. What kind of communication y'all have between each other? You follow what I'm saying?
I mean,
because, you know what I'm saying?
You guys say that, but who really, when you meet somebody in the beginning, like, do you really sit there and you're like, make plans with the person? Don't you like kind of get to know them and then decide what you want to do?
Yeah, but exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know, the thing about it, when I first meet somebody, I'm going with the vibe of the conversation anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you know,
if you don't sit there and, you know, start saying what you want and what you like you don't even know if that's what you want from the person.
I didn't say,
what if you just meet someone and you just want to be friends with them? Like in the beginning, you think you like them, but then you just want to be their friend. Like
that's all I want to be in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to date you. I don't even know if I want you to touch me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's my whole point. That's my whole
exact
point. So it's like this communication from day one. Like, who really does that?
Me. I do. And that's why I don't have no problem.
You know, communication
you know what
as
I mean?
far as conversation
that's why I don't have no problem.
Like
you know
that,
what I mean?
But who really sits there and like tells their whole life story and
communication has different variations.
Yeah.
Communication has different variations. You communicate with body language. You know what I mean? You communicate with your mouth. You communicate with your eyes. You know, it's all different forms of communication. You know what I mean? It depends on who you've been around. You follow what I'm saying? Because, you know, the situation is like this. You know what I mean? First of all, it's the rap game where we even gonna move further. You know what I'm saying? If your rap game ain't tight, then you know what I'm saying, that was over there. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. It's like you said, the vibes. Exactly, the vibes. So I'm not sitting there talking about my life story. You know that life story thing coming. You know what I'm saying? That you got to make it to even hear that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So all that life story and what we planning on something, you know, that's a whole different type of communication. That's a whole different situation. You don't went past, you know what I'm saying, just meeting somebody. You know what I mean? We talking about on the just meeting somebody type of thing. You follow what I'm saying? When you just meeting somebody, I mean, you just got to go with the vibe and see what it is. You know what I mean? Even you know what I'm saying? It's been my experience, you know what I'm saying? Even when you have threesomes and foursomes and all that, you ain't got to ask for them. You know what I'm saying? It just happens. You know what I mean? You don't just go in those situations and say, oh, come do this and come do that. You know what I'm saying? People be in the place, and you know what I'm saying, and everything take place. You know what I'm saying? So it goes just like that. So
let's see how I mean,
that's been my experience, baby.
I got you. None of them do. Listen, man. Wait, yo, dude, y'all Haas and I'm unique. Me?
Because when y'all talk about that from the beginning and all this crap, like,
talk about what? Talk about what?
Communication. Who just said like you have to communicate what you want?
I said you gotta communicate. Communicate is talk.
Yeah. No, I got it now. I get it now.
Hold on. So
communicate is talk. We communicating right now. We communicating right now. You know what I'm saying? And right now the vibes ain't the vibes. We communicating right now.
I don't know how to say your name, Princess, but how would you handle a situation? Because you making it seem like we talking bull crap. I want to see how you handle a situation. Are you communicating or you just jump into this? Like, let us know.
You asking me?
Yeah.
Wait, ask me a question again. What was it?
How would you handle the situation that we're talking about right now?
Handle what situation?
Just getting to know somebody. You see somebody that you like it, you know, are you communicating? Like, how would you handle that situation?
I just go with the flow. Vibes, chemistry. Chemistry is everything for me.
That's what Haas was saying.
That's what I just
said.
Yeah.
Or you were just disagreeing to disagree. You wanted them to.
Nah, I just didn't understand what he was saying. I wasn't disagreeing with him. I just wasn't clear on what he was saying, but I get it and I agree. I wasn't disagreeing.
You don't have to agree.
I happen to agree with
him. Listen. I think that's a bunch of crap. I don't agree with none of that crap.
Well,
listen, man. My jacket speaks for itself, baby. You know what I'm saying? My jacket speaks for itself, and I don't kiss and tell. You know what I mean? My jacket speaks for itself.
But that's the point that I'm making, Haas. Right there, Haas joint work for him. You understand what I'm saying? Unique joint work for unique. The next man work for the next man if they're secure with themselves. Like me, myself, I like to have mental gymnastics. You know what I mean? Mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
You know what that is. You know what I mean? I like sexual, mental.
Unique. That's
flip, double flip, triple cartwheel. You know what I mean? And then land in the bed and everything just blend together nice. You know what I mean? That's what I like. I mean, I like to see a female just tell her, man, your eyes are so. Baby girl, the way you got that bun looking. Baby girl. You don't change your name from baby girl to Brooklyn, but whatever it is, I'm gonna follow you anywhere you going as good as you looking. You know what I mean? But when I get my hands on you, I'm gonna do something real nasty to you. I'm just saying, because just looking at you, I know you moist. You got to be moist. You know what I mean? You gotta answer that. Just smile if you're moist. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? That's mental gymnastics. You know what I'm saying? Sexual gymnastics. You know what I mean?
Really like this though.
It's who like what? Who, me?
Or you really like that though?
I was just gonna say, who says that?
Yeah, I like that. I'll tell you.
Is this real, y'all?
Yeah. Listen, man.
Listen, as long as he own it, if he own it, He own it.
Hold on.
All you gotta do is own
Is
it.
that a New York
Yeah.
thing or what?
Hold on.
'Cause I don't know.
Hold on,
Chelsea.
Chelsea. That's why my name is unique, love. You know what I mean? Boom.
That's a
Look.
Harlem thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. Look, I see you. Listen, I see you walking down the street, right? You coming down, you sashay, and you looking good. The wind blowing your little, your little veil, like you floating on air. You know what I mean? And I'm walking by you. I'm gonna lean over your ear and tell you, man, I would tear that up. You know what I mean? And just stop. You know what I mean? And wait for you to look back and say, I know that nigga didn't just say that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right or wrong, that's what you're gonna say, right? Huh?
That's exactly what I'm gonna say.
Thank you. Now how I know that. But anyway, so when you do that, I'm gonna stand there and you see this left side of this bottom lip, that's what I'm gonna bite it.
I'm asking for real. They don't do that now.
I'm keeping it 100. When you stop and you look back, like I know that black nigga didn't just say that. Like I think I know it wasn't nobody. And when you look back, I'm just gonna be giving you that unique. Damn, girl, you just don't know.
Chastity,
You know what I mean?
if you ever
hold on, Dominator, but you see how you smile at Chastity? You understand? Once you do that, the mental gymnastics has begun. That's where it becomes.
I smile anyway, so
no, but that's beautiful. Listen, there's nothing wrong with it. We don't need to be defensive. You're asking me if I'm like this every day, and I'm telling you how I would treat a woman such as yourself. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to sit there and say, "Hey, baby, you looking good," or I'll tear that up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna walk by and I'm gonna lean over in your ear. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, no, yo, you wearing the shit in that outfit. You know what I mean? When only you hear this, you walk by like a wind in your ear. You know what I mean?
A different breed up there.
A different
go on
breed.
Broadway.
I said y'all a different breed up there.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just saying because we go for what we want. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
Dominicans are the worst.
Well, but I'm not Dominican. Me, I'm Jamaican.
The worst. Go on Broadway. You ever feel bad about yourself? Go on Broadway. You will
Tell us
feel
about Broadway.
like
How they treat you
fucking
on Broadway, mommy?
Nah, anybody, just the men, just them all.
Where's
standing there,
Broadway?
just talking shit to women all day
Talking
long.
about, you know, they got
Broadway. Yeah, Broadway, the whole Broadway.
Okay, but listen, man,
You
tell
ever,
them.
you ever not feeling cute one day? Walk down Broadway. You'll leave feeling beautiful.
So I can get some
But it's
action
not
on
on Broadway. It's like everywhere. So you really can't point out a specific place in New York. You know what I'm saying? That's just like you saying
Hold on, baby girl.
New York Avenue.
Baby girl, hold on. Let's get her talking now because you're doing a lot of crap. We want to hear you tell us about what you're saying about Broadway. Could you communicate back to us? This is communication. Communicate
just
how you're envisioning Broadway. You have the floor. I'm gonna shut the F up. Go ahead.
Just how the men are out there talking shit to the women all day. The things that they say, mad funny.
Give us an example, my love.
All right. For example, I heard this man telling this lady he wishes he was her underwear.
Yeah, but see, that's the point that I'm making.
As she's walking down the street.
Hold on. Yo, that's up to
Shit
here.
like that.
Listen. That's up to here.
That's not my conversation.
First of all, that's a little too far. But
That's what they say.
But listen, if he wanted to go that far, you wasn't supposed to hear it unless it was said to you.
Nah, it wasn't said to me.
No, the point. I'm not saying it was. I'm saying if you heard it, it was disrespectful. If someone else heard me say to her, "Damn, I'll tear that up." Now
But that's how they do.
No, I'm not talking about them. I want you to see the difference in the mental gymnastics that I'm saying. If it's just me and her having this conversation where she walk by and I say something slick, where she knows she's the only one that heard it, where she even got to stop and question. I know I didn't hear that nigga say that. And she'll look back like, and that's when I told you I'll be standing biting my bottom lip. Damn, girl. You don't even know what I'll do. I mean, that's how I'll be shaking my head. Will you be able to read all my actions, body language? You know what I mean? I might even stick my tongue out, lick the. I might even do an LL on them. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it 100. You know? But no, look. Oh no, now look, now I come home. Look, now I come home after 26 years in the joint, and I'm walking down the street, right? And I see a little female walk down, and I lean over in the air and I do just that. You know what I mean? I said, she had on, yo, as a matter of fact, she was on it grind. She had on some boots was so tight, it looked like a second skin. And it blended in with the pants she was wearing where you couldn't see where the boots or the pants begun. It was so tight. You understand what I'm saying? So while she walked by, I just leaned over in the air and said, man, I love to see those pants right about now. And she didn't get it at first. She said, huh? And turned around with an attitude. I said, no, I said, you just don't know how beautiful you are. I mean, those pants ought to be thanking you right now. You know what I mean? And she just started laughing and said, damn, you got away with words. I said, man, I ain't got away with nothing yet because I ain't
Why you so sexual, Unique? What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull. I'm going to go get my bull.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I understand now.
Yeah, no, but I'm serious. But I told her straight up. I said, man, I ain't get away with nothing yet because I ain't throw you over my shoulder. They carry you off like the caveman that I want to be with you. I want you to be my Jane. You know what I mean? And we just started laughing, but it opened up the door for communication.
Right.
And that's all it is. And the thing, I didn't have to tweet to meet her because everybody feel they got to go on the keyboard. If you don't have one of these, you can't meet nobody in 2021. You got to have one of these to meet somebody. You know what I mean? You got to have you know what I mean? Because nobody knows how to communicate anymore.
Mm-hmm. And for the people that's getting in music school saying he's this and he's that, what he's doing is, with him doing that, automatically you're going to think to look and you're going to smile. Then conversation begins. When conversation begins, then you go from there.
And that's it. It's not to be disrespectful. They said somebody in the comments said I was being disrespectful to women. No, I'm not being disrespectful to women because, like I said, just me and that woman heard that we're both adults.
Right.
We're both adults. I didn't say F you, screw you, I want to put this up here. I didn't go there. And we didn't got, I even said that if a dude said he wanted to be the panties or whatever, that's being disrespectful. I even said that's being disrespectful. I'm not disrespecting the women. I'm just being the aggressive man that I am. Because if I don't move fast, the next nigga gonna get it. You know what I mean? You know the old saying, you blow, Joe. You know what I mean? So if I see you walking down the street.
But being who you was, did you even have to say anything? Because you was unique back in the day. Yeah, I'm sure they knew who you was.
No, because I went a lot of places where I wasn't unique. I traveled. You know what I mean? So when I went, okay, like a matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. Somebody put up on one of the comments one day, Unique, I remember you, and rest in peace. You know what I mean? To your brother Moet. You understand what I'm saying? And somebody that was with me said, man, he don't even know you. He think you got a brother named Moet. And I said, no, that was one of my brother's aliases. You understand what I'm saying? Went in Carolina. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where that came from. You understand? So I mean, we go places where we're not known because that's where we're going to sell the drugs. I'm not going to wear no clothes when I go down there. I'm going to go just like this. Take off the bucket. You know what I mean? And I'm going to walk through the mall just an average square. You know what I mean? And to me, that's more fun. Listen, I'd rather have sex with a female that I meet that don't know who I am than a female who know who I am. You know what I mean? Because when they know who I am, they feel like they have to please me. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So now, what do y'all think about Wendy Williams putting out there about her and Method Man having a one-night stand?
Oh
that's
man,
messed up. Why is that? Why is that so funny?
Oh man,
everybody needs love. Wendy can get some too.
But she shouldn't have ran her mouth about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what she does. Right. That's what she is. That's what she does. Everyone knows that.
Personal life. Wendy Williams is basically this movie for tomorrow. She needed some to spill some to get people to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's a good business.
That too.
Spill your own business.
She's a marketing queen. She's a.
Huh?
I said, Method Man is married now. That's distasteful.
Yeah, like Damon Fraser said, that's messy. That's very messy.
Yeah.
But that's the point that I'm making. That's what I said. I don't understand how the female could think I'm being disrespectful for female walking by and I say to her, whatever. But I say it to her. You know what I mean? And I'm not being disrespectful. I'm being honest. You're beautiful. I love your eyes. I seen a female walking down the street with a one-piece cat, cheeks everywhere. I mean, she walking left cheek over here, right cheek over there. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it was everywhere. And then she had the no stomach with the breast, and I swear all that joint looked natural. It was gorgeous. Straight gorgeous. You know what I mean? Was I wrong for telling her that?
No, that's how she carry herself.
But okay, that's the point that I'm making for a young lady saying, man, feel disrespectful. If I'm walking down the street and a female feel a certain way and she want to holler at me and she say something, I don't have a problem with it. You know what I mean? Oh man, you looking real sexy. I mean, ooh, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like we're human. You know what I mean? Come on, dog. You know, don't be so hard up and caught up in it. Come on, man, with the stereotypical crap. You know what I mean? That's crap, man. Loosen up, man, and get off the keyboard and leave that social media alone and, you know, walk through the mall and meet somebody. You know what I mean? Just don't be surprised when they take the mask off and you find out what they really look like.
Nah, you know what it is, too?
That's the truth, though. That's the truth.
Like, I know with me, like, I don't like, I feel weird meeting strangers. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't, like, I mean, I know everyone's a stranger, but, like, even, like, you know, being friends with you, we know a lot of the same people. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I'm just that way. I've always been that way. Like, now if I meet you through a friend, through an acquaintance or something like that, but I'm just weird about strangers.
But that's also a good point because that's how it is. I used to hustle up in Washington Heights. That's how it is in Washington Heights. You know what I mean? A black dude couldn't drive down the street back then and see a Dominican girl pull over and say, hey, mommy, and they come over to the car. But they could ride on 8th Avenue and do that. Even the Lower East Side, and they might do that. But up in Washington Heights, there was a whole nother breed. They're not coming to the car from old black ass niggas. They don't care how nice your car is. You understand what I'm saying?
You're right. Maybe it's a cultural thing. Like,
No, it is a cultural
people
thing.
coming to your house and all that. Like, even growing up, like, that's just the way it was.
But that's because when they come from Dominican Republic, their parents tell them, leave them American blacks alone. They know good. You know it. That's what they tell them. You understand what I'm saying? But like you said, Ramonita, that's why I brought it up. If you know somebody that introduced you to somebody, you good. That's how I got on my Dominican women. You know what I mean? I had somebody introduce me to somebody, then I introduced me to somebody. You know what I mean? But I mean, no, but true story, that's how it is up in Washington Heights. You have to be culturally brought in. You got to be referred.
So for somebody to walk up to me in a mall, like, I'm not rude or anything, or even in the street, like, if anyone says hello to me, like, I'll say hi, whatever. But to, like, really sit there and talk to you and exchange numbers and all that, I don't know. I'm just weird about that. I'm just that way. I don't know.
So if Unique asked you for your number, you wouldn't talk to him?
I'm sorry?
I said, so if Unique walked up to you and said something, you wouldn't give him
I
your number?
mean, I knew him. If I didn't know him,
if you didn't know him,
mean? Like, I met him years ago, through a mutual friend. You know what I mean? So it's a different story. So, like,
I'm saying if you didn't know him.
If you didn't know him, though.
Nah, probably not. I mean, I would be like, hi, how you doing? Whatever, but probably not.
Are you intimidating, Unique? How tall are you?
Nah, I'm 6 feet. I'm not intimidating.
Oh, yeah,
but I know she's lying. That's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of crap she's talking. Listen.
Listen.
Walking over there. I'm not giving you my number.
Listen. From a female smile, and listen, and all you females out there looking, let me talk directly to y'all. From a female smile and talk back, I got you. That's what you call a hook in the mouth. That's what you call a hook in the goddamn mouth. From you talk back, I got you. You know what I mean? And that's not a disrespect to you. You know what I mean? That's really a compliment to you, because that means that I can keep a conversation going. You know what I mean? I can keep a communication going, because you heard even Ramonita say straight up, oh, I just go with the flow. Because that's what women do. They let men drive and they go with the flow. So if a nigga whack, you're not going to get nowhere. But getting any number to me is nothing once I get them to talk. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to look back with a smile. You know what I mean? And be unique. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about communication.
And that's the whole point, the communication. Listen, man, there ain't a female that if you present yourself proper and you walk up to her, that she's not going to say no to you unless she's just a mean, angry bitch. Period. You know what I mean? But a woman that's comfortable, secure with herself is going to feel honored to have a man notice her and to approach her respectfully.
Okay, so you think if she smiles back, that's
if she smiled back, if a nigga think that because she smiled back that he could get her, that means that nigga's a potential raper. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that go plant the tree outside and jump out the tree on it. A smile don't mean I said once I get her to communicate, once I get her to smile and say one word back to me, I got her. So she say one word in English, I got her. Because I can pivot from there. I know how to dance. I know how to do mental gymnastics. You understand what I'm saying? The same way, like I said, come on, man. I just pushed up on you, Dominita. Let's stop the games. You looking real sexy.
Yeah.
You know, but you see how you let me. You know what I mean?
I'm out. Come get me. Let's go. That's what I would say right now.
Yeah. But you know, keep it 100. But that's the point.
What I would say.
You got to know how to move. You know what I mean? You got to be aggressive, respectful, and the whole nine. You can't just, you know what I mean? Okay, if she smiled back, don't be surprised if she asks where the money at. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm nah, he want it. Listen, man. I give y'all stories all night. Y'all want another one? I'm in Baltimore. Me and my brother. We in the Acura Legend. Me, my brother, my man G. We all in the Acura. We pull up. We see this nice looking red bone. You understand what I'm saying? Now, my brother driving. I'm on the passenger seat. He like her. I told him, busted you. He busted you, pulled up next to her, but I'm on the passenger seat. She walked up to the car window and she looked in from Baltimore, and I'm still friends with her to the day. She looked in the window and she said, who got the most money? Baltimore. She said, who got the most money? And she looking at all of us. So my brother wanted her, so I pointed at my brother. But at that time, I had diamonds in my teeth with you God and all this with the jewels and the big Gucci links because it's 88. You know what I mean? I'm talking about look like a Slick Rick poster. You know what I mean? That's how I'm sitting there in the joint. You know what I mean? Because I just went down there to just hang out. But my brother was hustling down there, so he was looking more like this. You understand what I'm saying? But I just came down there to hang out, and I had the joints on, just, you know, hit the highway. Mm-hmm. So when she said, who got the most money, I pointed at my brother. You know what I mean? I started smiling. She said, oh, no, nigga, you got the most money. You know what I mean? So I told the girl, I'll break your back. Go on and holler at my brother. You know what I mean? Oh, if I break your back, you don't want none of this. You know what I mean? So she goes over there, and she talks to my brother, and later on that night, I get a beep. And I'm like, yo, who this? And she said, who got the most money? I said, how you get my number? She said, nah, this the number you gave me. So I told my brother, he was with me. I said, man, you gave her my number? He said, yeah, all she wanted was some money. Fuck, give her a couple of hours and hit it. You know what I mean? And we all hit it. So when she came, I made plans. I told her straight up. Me, my brother, my man want to hit it. Here's 600. You know what I mean? Here's 600. She said, yeah, we pulled off and said, get up out of here, use a tramp. You know what I mean? But she had my beeper number, so she used to always call me to tell me, oh, I was just playing, I wasn't gonna take the money, and that's how we became friends, because she tried to convince me, you know what I mean, that she wasn't gonna do it when we offered her the 600. Because we damn sure wasn't buying those sticks. But we offered it to her to see where she was at. But when we pulled off, next thing you know, she beeping me. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's from the comment that he put up there about them having the more money. You don't want to wear who got the cash. Because that's what the girls want. And 9 times out of 10, the little cash they want ain't shit. The little cash they want ain't shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If I give a female money, I've had females used to come up tell me that they back 3-4 months on the rent, 3-4 months on the light bill or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And I would pay it because I would do it for a homie. You know what I mean? I would pay their rent. You know what I mean? And they say, oh, come over tonight so I could cook you dinner. And I'd be like, no, I'm good. I wouldn't go because I wouldn't want them to feel like they was obligated to sex me because I paid the bill that I wanted to pay from my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Yeah.
I go get the meal. Because 9 times I go get the meal after the nigga smoking blunt, belly full. You already know, bong. Anything can happen. So I put myself in that situation where I'm going to look like a clown, like I paid this little 3 months rent so that I could hit. That's what a lame.
Right.
You know what I mean? After you,
Yeah.
if you do that, after you bust a nut, you pissed. Then you sit there looking like Ramonita looking right.
Oh,
Sit your ass up, girl.
Because
It's
that's,
not damn
listen,
game.
every time.
I hope you're soaking up some game over there.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm paying attention.
Yeah, listen, but that's where it's all at, man. Everything, and baby girl, I respect you because you learned a lot. You was already intelligent and way beyond your years from you first came on the show. But just you knowing to interject communication into this goes to show a lot.
yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Just because remember we went through all that in the last job when we was telling them that communication is everything. They try to act like it wasn't.
Right.
We had to damn near hold them down and choke them out to get them to understand that.
Mhm.
All right, new topic. Let me see what's this. Asian doll believes street niggas need to respect women who can save them, and that too many men choose niggas and women they're more comfortable with or familiar with hand ends up with and ends up getting
Huh? Oh,
by
okay.
I kind of got some of it. It don't make no damn sense. But who's Asian doll? Somebody over here?
Asian doll is she's a young rapper. She's like 22, 23. She's from Houston or Dallas, Texas. And she says she only dates men who are killers. If you have not had a body or killed anybody, she will not date you.
Oh, she want a nigga to beat the booty up.
Yeah.
Basically, she want that
Yeah,
gangster.
she wants a King Von. She wants
She
like
wants the gangster. Oh, I like her. I like that little son, but I will break her back when she'll never fix her mouth to say that to nobody else again. Asian doll, watch your mouth when you come around a real OG. You know what I mean? Hassan, chill out, son. Calm down, son. You know what I mean? That's what I don't understand, man. These young girls say some of the darndest things because, listen, ladies, I'm going to keep this 100. Because y'all, I'm going to look at the camera when I say this. Because y'all dealt with a few dudes that you might have out-sexed, you know what I mean, outlasted, out-stamina, you know what I mean? Don't think that you're all that. Because that's a bunch of crap. All right? That's a bunch of crap. You know what I mean? If your joint is that good, you know what I mean? You're going to make the next man perform. If your joint is that good, even a weak man is going to perform in it. If your juices is flowing and that good, a weak, limp, thick man is going to stand up to the occasion. You know what I mean? Because he's just a lazy man. Those dudes that really can't get it out, the ones that Asian mom been dealing with, why she want to kill her. She wants her angry. I read a book called Black Funk where white women get mad. You know what I mean? Smack a black man up, get him really mad. You know what I'm saying? So they can have sex with him.
Yeah.
All the juice is flowing right there. That's called Black Funk. You know what I mean? That's what Asian mignon seems to want. Tell her she need to stay away from Harlem with that. Because she come to Harlem, she might never leave. Because everybody got some of that good for her.
Yeah,
All right?
she be in New York a lot.
Huh?
She be in New York a lot. She be with a lot of Brooklyn people.
Yeah, well, like I said,
I thought she was from Dallas.
She is, but she loves New York men. She loves New York people.
Yeah. Well, I know she's talking about crap.
God bless her.
Man, she's talking about
God bless her.
you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Tell her get a vest. Tell her get a vest. Tell her get a vest.
All right, new topic.
You know what I mean?
She said baby mama Shaqualla Thompson speaks on issues between him and his son Marquise Jackson being strained and favoring his younger son Cyree. What y'all think about that?
I think
Isn't his son wrong?
It's very wrong.
Huh?
I think it's wrong because whatever the baby mother did, he's taking it out on the son, and that's never right. Your kid is your kid, and that's regardless of whatever you go through with your child's parents. Your child is your child.
And that's the problem because now you're gonna raise a grown man that's gonna be angry at women, angry at men, gonna be angry at everybody. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because he knows what you're doing is wrong, but he don't want to
Yep.
tell you it's wrong because you Mama Dukes. You understand what I'm saying? He hating Pops just because you telling him to hate Pops. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, come on, man. Ladies, mind your business and stop the crap and let a man have a relationship with his son.
Yes.
Because don't get mad if your son want to put on a dress. You know what I mean? So stop it and let him be with his father so you want to be a man and stay away from your dresses. You know what I mean? Let's keep it 100, man. Because y'all pushing these kids up and playing these games, and then you act like if, you know what I mean? Y'all don't know what time it is. But give me a next question, man. How well does anybody know anybody? Knowing someone doesn't matter. Personally, I put nothing past nobody. All right, that sounds Rodney Hancock. I like that question. You know what I mean? Marcus is brainwashed by the mother. That's the point we making, Big John.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. You know, just so you know, that joint is crazy, man. So, you know, that's where we at. So, official. Let's see some of these crazy questions over here.
And it's the kid that suffers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Topic on the screen. Dance hall star Movato's 18-year-old son, Dante Brooks, convicted of murder in Kingston.
Oh, wow.
What do y'all think about that?
Sad. I think
That's
it's sad.
That's sad.
Two life
for the
lost.
family.
I really don't know about that.
Pray for the family.
I see somebody dead and somebody going to jail. Two lives lost, probably over. Who knows for what? I don't think anything that worth it.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
For an 18-year-old boy to go to jail for God knows how long.
Right.
And imagine the jails in Jamaica.
Oh yeah, they crucial.
Imagine.
They worse than over here. They crucial.
Okay. All right. So that's
I'm
what
about to go there next month.
We've been up here an hour and a half, man. Y'all ain't gonna get all this game for nothing.
Good night, guys.
Okay. All right. Good night.
You ready to go? I'm ready to go.
Good night.
All right. So y'all got another point before we go. We out. Let me see.
What about the
she back, son. Okay. All right. So that's where we at, man. So but Chastity, did you learn something today? Honestly, anything?
A lot of them. I learned how Harlem dudes get down and how they try to talk to women. I might need to come up there and get some action.
Yeah. But they don't know how to move down there in Tennessee. They don't know how to move on you down there in Tennessee.
Not like how you talking.
Hey, but you know they're saying be careful what you wish for, because you might not be able to handle it, and we don't want to have you walking like this.
Hold on, I got a question. One of my friends is in here. He believes in polygamy. He has. I'm not gonna tell his business, but he has 2 women, right? So what's your outcome, or what's your thoughts on polygamy?
Nah, I don't call it polygamy. That's called having 2 wives. As long as you treat both of them equal and you balance your shit out evenly, then you good. You know what I mean? As long as you got an understanding with the women, you good. You know what I mean? Nobody can tell you what to do under your roof. If you want to have 2 women love you under that roof and you loving the 2 women and 2 women love you back, there's nobody tell you not to. And you can't say that you have a right to do that when you got 2 men under the same roof and 2 women under the same roof. You know what I mean? So what's wrong with 2 women and a man under the same roof? Or, you know what I mean?
As long as they consenting adults.
And that's it. What happened under their roof is what happened under their roof. You know what I mean? A judge is ruling that George Floyd's past convictions are inadmissible in police savings murder. Judge ruling George Floyd's past convictions are inadmissible. I didn't know he was going to trial.
Yeah, I thought the police were on trial.
That's what I thought.
The officers were on trial.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Convictions.
No, that's good. That means that they're saying that they're not allowed to bring
them up in trial.
Yeah, to bring it up to say, well, he was a criminal. He would, because they want to say he went in there to steal something and we're doing this and that. But you don't put your foot up their neck for taking a bag of cookies because he's hungry. You know what I mean?
Well, that's good.
Yeah. All right. Good night, Kashonda Richardson. You know what I mean? But like I said, we there, man. You know, everybody good. You know what I mean? I had fun. We just wanted to pop in, do a little joint. Since you've been home, how have you been able to adapt positively and productively? a lot of guys can't handle it. I mean, I was never locked up. I did 26 years in prison, but I never allowed these people to capture my mind. As you see, my mind is free, still sharp as a wit. I might still forget here and there because I had to jump off a 6-story building. But other than that, I still have control over my mind. I kept control over my mind. They kept my mind contained. Yes. I fed my mind. They gave me food to put in my mouth. I gave me food to put for my thoughts. You know what I mean? So therefore, when technology started changing, and I got a million stories. Back in let me see the first year. What year was this? 2001. When I went to Lone Park, California, they had a computer class out there. All the guys from New York, they had a movie theater in the jail, and they showed a movie 3 times a day in the jail. You understand? They had a golf course out back. It was a prison where every day there was at least 5-6 stabbings a day. It was a killing field. But they had all this stuff to try and keep you occupied. They even went and put Sony PlayStation, like about 10 of them up there, to have football leagues and everything to try and stop us from killing each other. You know what I mean? And every day you go to the movie theater, somebody getting stabbed. They shooting dope, they're doing everything. A real movie theater in the prison. You understand what I'm saying? And dudes found it fascinating where they find themselves there every day. You know what I mean? I found myself over at the school building, either in the law library or in the educational class. I started taking a computer class. And when I took the computer class, all I wanted to do was play with the computer because they had the graphics, PowerPoint, and all that. That's all I wanted to do. They want me to type for 15 minutes a day before I could go to that part of the curriculum. And I'm like, man, screw that typing. I don't need that for nothing. But I really needed more than anybody because I couldn't write. You understand what I'm saying? But when I thought about it, and the teacher sat me down and explained to me what the class was and everything works off of this, I said, damn, I got to master this. You know what I mean? This is going to be a part of everybody in a minute. They're going to figure out a way to put this joint, you know what I mean? It's real small that you could carry. I just didn't phantom it was going to be a phone. You know what I mean? I'm just 100. So when I got the joint and I started taking typing and I learned how to type and my speed started going up and every day I'm typing. But from 2001, I got into typing and then I started learning about computers and you understand what I'm saying? So now I wanted to learn the history of where did these come from? Like, how did I miss this? You understand? It's starting to become popular in the street, but they don't really have it in the prison. So then I found out about George Gore is the one that brought it to Bill Clinton to make the World Wide Web so that they could get this joint in every household in the world. So they could connect everybody. And that's why they call it the World Wide Web. You know what I mean? The internet is like a web. Everybody information coming out, you know what I mean? To billions of little webs. You know what I mean? Where you can connect to anybody. The thing, I'm sitting here now and there's somebody in Australia watching this. I'm sitting on the computer in New York. Someone is way on Australia. Somebody's in the UK and they're watching this. And I'm just coming home after 26 years.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
A kids movie about it called Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
But kids movie about it called Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But that's
the World Wide Web.
But that's where we at. I knew that this, that this computers was gonna take off. And then MySpace came out. And I heard about everybody I talked on the phone about MySpace. I never even seen MySpace. Up to this day, I never seen MySpace. You know what I mean? People took pictures of it and sent me printouts, of what the homepage looked like and certain things. But I've never seen none of that physically. You know what I mean? And as things is evolving, you know what I mean? I started reading more. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to see where it was going. I knew one day I was going to get out. So I know that once I get out, I needed to be able to survive. And if they're talking about putting a computer in every household in the world, that's what George Gore said. He wanted a computer in every household in the world to connect the world. That's why they call it the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web. That's the WWW, if you didn't know what that stands for. They connect everybody. So I said, if this is what they're planning on doing, this is how a nigga gonna eat. If a nigga can't eat off of this World Wide Web, he's a dumb nigga. No disrespect to none of you niggas. You know what I mean? For y'all stop disrespecting, just figure of speech. You know what I mean? So there's no way that all of these people is on here and I can't figure out a way to make $1 from them, legitimately.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Legitimately. You know, and you know, so like I said, I just never allowed them to capture my mind. You understand what I'm saying? And I continuously fed myself, like Hassan fed himself. You know what I mean? That's why he's so intelligent. Y'all love when my good brothers speak. You know what I mean? Because we didn't waste our time in prison. You know what I mean? Time was scared to death of me in prison. Because they knew I always had something to do. I could go to the school building. I go to the law library. I go work out. You understand what I'm saying? I go to somebody. You know what I mean? It wasn't enough time in the day. So I never got bored. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So, you know, that's what it's about, you know? And I thought Ramonita was leaving. You down there. You want to say goodnight? You down there with a big smile on your face? All right. But, yeah, that's where we at, man. But, you know, on the street, South Carolina rapper 18 Vino shot and killed. Another black man killed by gun.
This is crazy.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
and these people is fighting to keep guns, make them accessible to put in all of our hands, when they know everybody's not mentally qualified to have a gun in their hand.
Exactly. You know, that's become our culture now. You know, we've created a culture now. You know, rapper shot. You know what I mean? You know, where it's, you know, it's that's what it seems to be, the culture. You know. And we gonna have to just we gonna have to put our foot down and do something about it, because we destroying our communities, destroying our futures, and even the ones that's most promising, the ones who got potential to create something for themselves, we destroying them. You know what I mean? Because we're not cooperating. So we gotta start getting it. You know, when I used to teach in public schools, I was a substitute teacher. So I used to sit behind the teacher's desk. I would sit in the class amongst the students, and sitting amongst the students, I was able to feel the vibe and see what was going on with the students and what the little things that was going on between them. And that's what we're gonna have to do with our young people. We're gonna have to stop talking about them from the outside and get up involved with them and get in between them to find out what's going on, because all we're gonna do is wait for another rapper shot.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
As simple as that. You know what I mean? You know, because this has got to stop. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and rapper shot, what about all the mothers that's crying?
But
you know what I mean?
Hold on, see, they doing exactly what they want you to do, Haas. And I want you to speak on it, but we're gonna pull you back off because you got caught up for a minute. It ain't about a rapper shot, it's about another black man shot. And
that's
another
right.
Black man. They want you to say a rapper. How many black men is getting shot as we speak, man?
Exactly.
But have you guys ever wondered why they would rather have you ever wondered why they would rather have us dead than alive? Because it's something that they know about us that we don't know about ourselves. And if you educate yourself and really open up yourself to the spirit, you'll see that we are powerful beings. We are more powerful than we could ever imagine, but they never want you to know that. So they put guns in the hoods. They put drugs in the hoods to dumb you down, to desensitize you from what you really here to do.
True.
We are teachers.
That's right.
We're motivators. We're powerful. We have authority. But one does not know that because we have so many distractions. We got BET, we got Love and Hip Hop. You know, we got other people doing things, telling us how to be. We get lost.
Well, that's
and images shape our reality.
Right.
And images shape our reality. And that's how they doing. That's how they depopulating us, by making sure that we kill each other, making sure that we can't cooperate. You know what I mean? The only reason we have to go to corporate America to fund our projects, because we're not cooperating black people in our communities. Because if we was cooperating amongst each other, we could fund our own projects. You know what I mean? Exactly. We could fund. We wouldn't have to go to corporate America to sign a dotted line with them. But the situation is that we got a culture of fighting. We got a culture of anger amongst each other. You know what I mean? That's what the reality TV shows spawn that. They feed that. You know what I mean? So what happens is then, all this ripping each other, back and forth, snapping on each other. We not using no semblance of intellect. You know what I mean? We not showing the kids no semblance of intellect. The adults ain't showing no semblance of intellect. And what we have to do is start creating institutions. You know what I mean? So we can start educating our own children. You know what I'm saying? We have to start giving them morals and values, because it's the lack of morals and values why they're so susceptible to everything that comes on the TV, because they don't know. Like your sister just said, they don't know where they come from. Because if you knew you come from the people who created math, if you knew the people that created science, if you knew you came from the people that created astrology and astronomy and spirituality, if you knew you came from those people, then you would be more proud of yourself. It's just like racial self-esteem is just like family self-esteem. When you find out that somebody in your family did something great, that means that you say you stand on the shoulders of greatness. When you find out that your ethnic family did something great, then you realize that you stand on the shoulders of greatness as well. So we need to show everybody, not just the young people, the elders also, that we stand on the shoulders of greatness. And once we show them we stand on the shoulders of greatness, then we'll start achieving great things and stop playing the fool.
Exactly.
But that's why I'm glad platforms like y'all's exist, so we could learn more about it. Because I'm young, I'm only 26, and like I'm telling my friends about your podcast and the content that y'all create. You can learn something from YouTube instead of the stuff that's normally out there, like what they normally talk about.
But that's what YouTube.
I like that your platform exists.
What'd you say? I didn't hear that.
I said I like the fact that platforms like yours exist. Intellectual conversation, something we could learn from, positive images of Black people, what you're doing, redemption stories, all kind of positive stuff that could impact our community, make them want to do something different because they're seeing something different.
That's right.
And that's the thing, because when I grew up, man, I didn't see too many doctors and lawyers. You know what I mean? I seen all the dope men and the pimps. You know what I mean? And coke man driving them big Cadillacs back in the day. And I said, man, I want one of them. You know what I mean? I want one of them. You know what I mean? And you gotta work hard and be loyal. You know what I mean?
That's why I gotta be more messengers like you, because they'll receive the message better because they know more people that look like you than them.
Yeah, and that's why I'll be a little wild and still be 88 aggressive. You know what I mean? Because I want them to know that, you know, I'm the real deal. I've been there, done that. So when I say this, because I know it for a fact. Like when I tell a female, I'll blow your back out, I know I'll do it for a fact. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
That's how you reel them in, and then you give them more information after that.
No. I'm just saying to have fun. That, you know what I mean? That, you know, we're supposed to be confident in everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you go as a winner, you're gonna win. If I go in there, I'm gonna beat the booty up, I'm gonna beat it up. If I go in there, man, she kind of big, dog. You see all that ass she got? I lost before I even get in there. That's one of them dudes that as soon as they go near, he done came. Yo, my bad, dog. I don't know what came over me. You know what I mean? You just so beautiful. You know what I mean? So you got to be confident in everything you do.
Amen.
I read that book when I was locked up. I know you read it, Hoss. The Secret.
Right.
I think her name is. Secret. You familiar with The Secret, Chastity?
I've never heard of that.
Get that. The Secret? Man, how about you, baby girl?
Yeah, I heard of it, but ain't really think to really read into it.
Okay, The Secret is like this, man. Let's say you want a 6-pack. You understand what I'm saying? You got a stomach, you want a 6-pack. They tell you to take a picture of somebody with a 6-pack you like and put it up like in your bathroom or in your bedroom, somewhere where you see it every day. Every time you look at it, you say, I'm going to get that. And everything you do is going to be geared towards that. So it's like motivation. They tell you if you want a Rolls Royce, put a picture up of a Rolls Royce and you think positive, I'm going to get that. For 26 years, I said, I'm going to come home. I had life with no chance for parole. For 20 years. You know what I mean? Life with no chance for parole plus 20 years. You understand? And every day when I see the homie, I tell him, man, I watched Love and Hip Hop a couple of times. I said, man, I'm going home. Them niggas is crazy. I can't believe they give us a bad name like that. What the hell is going on? You know, we sitting there talking trash. You understand? But I'm telling them, man, I'm getting ready to go home, dog.
Mm-hmm.
26 years, that's a lot of years saying the same goddamn thing. But I ain't never gave up that
But
faith.
you never gave up, right?
That's right. That's right. And you know,
yeah,
that's right.
I think, like, I think Chastity said she's 26. She wasn't even born when I got locked up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, not be disrespectful. I said wasn't even born. You know, when
Mm-hmm.
I know how long I've been gone. A lot of people don't understand that. I get frustrated easy, especially when it comes to this technology crap. You know what I mean? Because this is where the dumbest person, you know what I mean, could think they smarter than me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't even know how to do the simplest shit like send an email, like create a. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how to do none of that crap. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk to somebody and they say, "Oh yeah, you just do this," like, "Oh, you just want to shine on me and show off." Huh? You never see those things. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's like a pilot saying, "Yeah, go on, fly the plane and meet me down in Miami, and make sure you hit the fuselage to get to the Usalan so you go over the Buku."
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what it sounds like when y'all say, "Yeah, just go to email, open up, hit the Dropbox, open the thing, go down to the whoop whoop." I'm like, what the? Y'all speaking a whole nother language on me.
You spoke about The Secret. I just want to share with you that is my favorite book. That book changed my life.
Oh my God.
It really did. It changed my life.
If that's what made you who you are today, let's get rid of you tonight.
Not for real. No, seriously. Seriously. I read that book. I am so into that.
You're gonna blame your existence on that book.
No. I'm not blaming my existence. I'm just saying I read that book in 2006 and it changed my life because it changed my perspective.
How you are today.
I'm not gonna say it became, it just made me more confident in living my life. It made me more confident in achieving my goals and doing things that at the time I didn't think I could do, and I did.
There you go. And that's what it is on some serious thing. That's what it's about with that secret book. The secret tells you to put your mind to it, for it, and you know what I mean? Eat it, breathe it, think it, go to sleep with it, wake up with it, and you will attract it. It's called the law of attraction.
There you
go. Law of attraction. Let me tell you, I read that book in 2006. At the time, I was renting an apartment. I was getting evicted, all types of shit, because of some electrical problem in the building or some shit. I had to move. Anyways, long story short, I read the book. I ended up going to school. I got my degree. I bought my own house and all of that after reading that book. And I was young at the time. I had 3 little kids. I was by myself. And I did all that after reading that book, for real.
I recommend everybody read that book.
I recommend everyone. I made my kids read it.
Yeah, the book is not long because the book got big ass letters on it. You read it,
and I still read it every once in a while. Like I'll still read it.
Yeah, man, it's like a form of Bible. It's something that you have to digest. It's not something you just read and you say, "I read it one time." It's something you can pick up anytime. Like I said, the law of attraction, man. If you want that pretty girl or that fly, unique brother, put your mind to it.
Telling you, read that book. It's called The Secret by Rhonda Burns. As a matter of fact, you can look it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a movie and it's word for word as the book. It's word for word. The Secret. Yeah.
You know,
they made a movie.
A book like that, man. That helped me for a minute. You know what I mean? At a time when I was ready to say, "Screw all of y'all." You know what I mean?
It teaches you to be careful what you think, because what you think is what you manifest.
That's another thing. You gotta be careful what you wish for.
Got to, because the life
you have to be careful what you wish.
You say I can't, the universe is going to accept that you are.
You say be careful what you wish for. If you got screwed up thoughts, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And you wish for something, you're gonna get something screwed up to go with your damn thought. So
I agree. That's why you got to be careful what you think about. And whenever you have bad thoughts, I mean, we're only human.
Be careful what you put up.
There you go.
Well, that's what That's what our spiritual systems are for. I mean,
yeah, you pray that out. You change your
the secret is
frequency.
it's a synopsis of our spiritual system.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It gives us our
It's
spiritual
true.
system synopsis because all our spiritual system says exactly the same thing. Believe in
Faith.
yourself. Believe that the Creator is in you, and you can do all things through Him. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You know, the Christians
Faith.
say, the Christians say to God be the glory. The Muslims say all praises due to Allah. And through these things, through speaking through these manifestations, then you'll be able to do the thing that God, the purpose that God put you here for. So the secrets, you know what I'm saying? So we need to understand. If somebody can't get a hold of the secret, there's all different kind of spiritual books you can get a hold of to be able to put you in the same frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? Because God's starting the mind.
It's
And that's what we
faith.
need the young
It's
people to keep
true.
understanding.
It all
starting
boils
the
down to
mind. You know what I'm
faith.
saying? You know what I mean? Because it's through the execution.
My man DJ Frisbee from Club 2000, big shout out. You know what I mean?
Right.
DJ with Love Starsky back in the day. Sorry for cutting you off. Had to get big homie a shout out.
Right,
you know?
right. No,
I ain't hear from him in 20-something years, so you already know. You know?
Right.
Are you gonna
Let
open another
everyone
one?
have.
When are black people going to press Biden about his agenda for the black community, or do Biden get a pass? Do we give him a chance to be president? The man been in
You
the
press Biden through your city council. That's how you press Biden.
Yeah,
You press Biden by going through the proper protocols and channels. That's how you press Biden.
King, we gonna get him. We gonna get him. Believe that, King. But let him get in there. You know what I mean? And let's see if he do for somebody else before he do for us. Then we got all the right to say, "Hold up, you forgot about us, big brother." You know what I mean?
So let me ask this: do you feel like our vote matters?
Hell yeah, our vote matters.
I don't think so. I think that they already know who they're gonna put in.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
But listen.
Our vote matters. Our vote matters.
Listen. The vote. We're gonna get you in there, House. Definitely want to speak on that. Our vote matters, man. They want you to believe that our vote matters so much that all them damn white people went out and voted for Trump.
Yeah, because Trump put us in a bind.
But they voted. We didn't vote because we believe what you just said, which is not, you're not wrong for it, but everything you see, and of course you're gonna feel that way. But why you think them white people fought and went out there? Them white people, they want their vote. They took away all our rights, man. We got kids, man. We got neighbors that they keep putting through the justice system, even if it's through parole. And they don't care about them doing time like that no more, because they're going to start putting the brown people coming over the border in the prison. So they ain't worried about putting us in there no more.
Okay, so you see black people voted for Biden, but do you not know that Biden is the responsible one that put all the black people
into that? Listen, when I want to get into the politics of who you would or wouldn't have voted for, but you're 100% right. Biden, the one that single-handedly wrote the crime bill that kept me in jail for 30-something. Right. Here I am. I'm telling you, I'm a war prisoner of war, and I'm still on parole probation, so I'm still a prisoner of war. You understand? On the war that Biden created. You know what I mean? With that crime bill that came with all of those 140 new death penalty provisions. That's where they made carjacking a death penalty. That's where they made being a kingpin a death penalty. Where they told me, nigga, you barely made it. You know what I mean? Because we would have fried your black ass for going to trial, trying to talk about you a kingpin going to trial. So now they got that to scare you, when you a kingpin. Because they were telling me, they were trying to get me to go on the death penalty, because it was murders on the case. You know what I mean? A couple of other, my brother, a couple of other people had the death penalty. You know what I mean? But I'm not even mad at Biden. And if anybody should be mad at him, I did 26 years in prison behind this crazy law they gave me all this time. Yeah, I should have been in jail. But even the judge said, no way in hell I should have got no 26 years. It did no 26 years. But yeah, I should have been in jail. So let's get that right. But what I want y'all to understand is I'm not mad. If I'm not mad, no disrespect, I don't think y'all really have too much to be mad at with that crack era when I sat there for 26 years.
But I'm speaking on behalf of my brother who is sentenced to 63 years off of one robbery.
No. And I agree with all of that. That's what I'm saying. The time is too excessive. We know that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. But the point I'm making is I'm not mad. I'm just trying to make it.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to use my energy talking about how they screwed me out of 36 years. Man, keep that 36.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me go get a fresh 36. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, come on, man. Hey, ain't none of this. Dude, listen, man, let it go. You know what I mean? Let it go. And like I know Hassan would, and let God.
I was just
Well, I'm
thinking.
gonna tell you. Initially, the situation is like is this here. You know what I mean? You know, we're not seeing the results we've seen from elections because we voted in the wrong election. You're supposed to be voting in the local elections. You're supposed to be voting in your city council election. That's what deals with your parks, your roads, your schools, your stores, your chamber of commerce, your local chamber of commerce. That's when you're going to see the effects of your votes. You know what I mean? When you're dealing with the mayoral, when you're dealing with the outside of the mayoral and the gubernatorial elections and the presidential elections, you understand what I'm saying? They basically both basically swayed by unions. So they got unions behind them. You know what I mean? So what happens is that, you know, we talk about your locals politics, then they dealing with the local community and they have to deal with you. You know what I mean? And we're not putting the pressure on them. You can't script protocol. If you work at a job and you know what I'm saying, if you're an entry level person, you have to go up the chain of command to go argue with the boss, you know, to go tell a complaint to the boss. If you even go straight to the boss, he's going to tell you, did you follow the chain of command? So what happens is when we go start arguing with Trump, we start arguing with Obama, we start arguing with Biden, what happens is we're not following the proper chain of command. The proper chain of command is to put your gripes and your issues to your local politician. Your local politician is supposed to advocate for you in that regard in terms about promoting your issues, propagating your issues. So what happens is that we not understanding the branches of government. We not understanding government and its function. We not understanding organization and its function. So we not understanding government and its function, organization and its function. We're not getting the results that we want. So once we understand that, once we start understanding how government works, how organization works, then we'll start getting the results that we want, because we'll start putting a pencil on our local politicians who will advocate for us in the proper manner to get the results that we want, because his job is on the line. But until his job is on the line, he's not going to advocate, because we have to hold the politicians accountable. And as long as we're not holding them accountable, they can tell us whatever they want to tell us. Then what happens is that then we sit back for every 4 years and wonder why we didn't get anything out of the situation. Another thing we don't understand about politics is this: that when people win elections, that means people get jobs and businesses. So what happens is jobs and businesses switch over when people win elections. So these are the different variants that happen when people win elections. So that's why we're oblivious to the situation. So that's why we're not getting the results that we were looking for.
Okay. Now that's 100% right, man. You know, bottom line is, Cassidy, you know what I mean? Baby girl, please, y'all got the right to vote. Use that mother effer, man. Them white people went down there, all that screaming, they all went to the poll. You know what I mean? We're the only ones still stuck. Listen, Donald Trump did a vicious job and you can't knock him. You understand what I'm saying? From Hillary Clinton, because he even said it in one of his speeches. He made the election so nasty with Hillary Clinton, you know what I mean? That black people and so-called moralistic people that got morals, you understand? Because America done lost its morals. So the people that still think they got morals and black people, they would feel like they're not even gonna go cast a vote. But as long as they don't vote, that's one vote for the, you know, the opposite party.
You know, I agree with Hassan. Local votes.
No, but you still need the bigger votes too, because the local is the one that just run the state. See, you got the Democrats and the Republicans. The Democrats, the Democrats believe in feeding the masses and making one law, one government, a democratic society. You understand what I'm saying? That means that on Tuesdays, you can wear your hair like you're doing now, Chastity. But on Wednesdays, you could only wear your hair like baby girl is wearing. You know what I mean? And on Fridays, black chicks not even allowed to come out. You know
that's liberal. That's a liberal perspective. That's a liberal, liberal perspective.
That's a democratic society where they making the rules. You understand? For everybody. The Democrats want Washington to make the rules for everyone. The Republicans want the individual states to run their own state.
Conservative.
And that's why Donald Trump was so just threw me off. That's why Donald Trump was so loved by his people. You understand what I'm saying? Because he gave them what they wanted. When he got in office, everything he said he was going to do, he did. Politicians don't do that. Politicians try to just tell everybody they're going to do what they're going to do. That man stood to everything he said he was going to do. You might not like his agendas. I didn't like a lot of his agendas. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to admit, that man honored everything he said he was going to do.
Yeah, he did. I give him that.
He don't like Mexicans. He don't like, Muslims. He don't want none of them come over here. That the Mexicans is thieves and robbers. That man talked bad about everybody. He said Ted Cruz's father killed John F. Kennedy. He went in on every goddamn body. Said Jed Bush and George Bush. I mean, he went through. I mean, you knew what you was getting, but you didn't want to believe it. That's like a girl telling you, yo, Hans, you know I got AIDS. You know what I mean? But I look good as a mother, don't I?
I'm sorry. Yes, you do, but I can't touch you. God bless you. Let's pray. Let us pray together.
But that's the point.
Let us open our Bibles and let us pray together, please.
When that man told everybody that he got AIDS, that he was infectious with his thinking and racist with his thinking, nobody wanted to believe him. They didn't take him serious. They said, "Oh, he'll grow up. He'll learn to be presidential. He'll learn not to be prejudiced." Man, that man took it all the way to the end, man. That man told him burn down the White House. No, come on, man. This thing is real. Yeah, don't get caught up on that, sister. Y'all got your right to vote. Trust me, me and I, we've been to prison. We can't vote. Some states allow you to vote. We already know that they're just starting to get that back, and they're just starting to fight for that. So y'all got the power to vote, and they quick to try and tell y'all not to do it because it's moralistic. Because your vote not gonna count. They don't care nothing about you. Listen, when everybody started crying about the pandemic, you know what I mean, how to deal with it. You know what I mean, like how they got the medicine and all of that. And they said, "Oh, Donald Trump didn't do this, and Donald Trump didn't do that." Donald Trump said, "Man, I'm a Republican. I believe that the states and the governors and the mayors is supposed to handle their own area. All the president is getting to you.
Right.
That's right.
I don't need to come here and have the National Guard pushing in nobody arm. You get it in your people arm. They trusted you and voted you in.
Right. That's right.
And that's what the Republicans stand for. Let's get that right.
Conservative, self-sustainable. And the thing about it is Fannie Lou Hamer, she went from Mississippi to the Democratic Convention. You know what I mean? And she was a sharecropper. You know what I mean? So what happens is that what I'm saying? What happens is that we have power if we know how to execute it. You know what I mean? We know we have power when we reach inside ourselves. You know what I mean? And what happens is we have to be organized. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing because we can't hold the politicians accountable. We have to hold them accountable. You know what I mean? And the lack of holding them accountability because remember, they work for us like the waiter.
Yeah.
To see, like when you go in the store, you snap your finger, say, "Waiter, come here." You go to the furrier, say, "Yo, come here, go get that fur from me, or get that and the other." The same way you snap your finger, that's how the politicians supposed to move. But we don't understand that because we are all them saying, "Oh, they're superstars." No, they're civil servants, they're public servants. And then what happens is that we have to understand this. As politician, the professional careerist. The politician has to have the professional careerist on his team because the politician is just a mouthpiece. He doesn't know what works and what won't work. It's the professional careerists behind him, the ones that actually do the work, that actually were the ones that tell him if this could be done, if this can't be done. That's his cabinet. That's his, you know what I'm saying? If you look at your mayor, it's easy to detect when you look at your mayor and he's talking about the streets and roads being closed or school being closed. What happens? He comes out in front and he talks, he got all these people standing behind him. Well, those are the people that's telling him whether the job could be done or not. He's just the mouthpiece. He's just the person that goes out and speaks to everybody else. So the professional careerist is the one who tells you actually whether the job is going to be done or not. The politician is just the dancer. He's just the singer of the song. So we got to understand politics. That's the most important thing. We got to understand politics. You know what I'm saying? Because politics means money. You know what I mean? And politics is a science. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call it political science. You know what I mean? And the fact that we don't understand it, you know what I'm saying? Democracies didn't start. Democracies, tyrannies, anarchies, they didn't just start. Now, we going to go back to the days with Aristotle. We dealing with Aristotle, we dealing with the Greeks. So you know what I'm saying? With the government that we dealing with, the form of government we dealing with, didn't just start right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying? So what happens is all you have to do is just study history and then you understand what's going on right now. Because none of us know.
Yeah, because like I said, man, the bottom line is, man, you got to know yourself and you got to know the power of your vote, man. You know what I mean? You're nothing in a democratic society if you can't vote. You're nothing. We're nothing. They reduce us to nothing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They reduced us to nothing. They took our vote. They took our right to speak. Go ahead, Chastity.
We weren't coming from a place of disrespect or ignorance. Like, I've done a
I
lot
didn't
of
say you
research
were.
on this, and I want to say Kamala Harris is actually my sorority sister, but I didn't want to vote for her. Honestly, I just felt like this presidential election, there was no candidate that was for our people. I didn't see anything beneficial on either side, so I just decided not to vote.
But
So, I
see,
mean,
but
but I didn't mean it in a disrespectful way.
no,
I
no, no,
wouldn't
no, no, no. I
advise
definitely
other
don't take
people to
that.
do what I did,
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's
but
nothing wrong with
No,
that's
no,
not
no, there's nothing
disrespect.
wrong with that. No, 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 no. We ain't there.
You did
Sid.
what you felt. You did what you're supposed to do. You did what God told you to do.
And that's it. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to teach you today so you understand that at the end of the day, someone had to be president. So now
Right.
America turned to a thing where you got to go the less of the two evils, but one of the evils got to go in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The other might not want to leave, but one of them still had to go in. You understand? And Kamala, and I agree with everything you said about Kamala Harris. She got a lot to prove to me. She was there when Tukey got killed. She was down with that.
Mm.
You know, but Arnold
Mm.
Schwarzenegger, let's not get all that twisted.
right, and they wanted
Mhm.
me to blindly support her because she's my sorority sister. So they kind of put me in the middle because just because she's one of
Mhm.
us and she's supposedly black, it still affects me personally because I have family members that have made mistakes, and she believes in being hard on crime. She's done a lot that I don't agree with. I don't
But
believe
that's
in
what I'm saying.
locking
See, they
our
say,
brothers and
they
sisters
say
up.
that hard on
You know,
crime. No, keep talking. Keep talking. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry about that.
yeah, so I didn't agree with a lot of her policies. And a lot of people didn't know that about her background when she was attorney general out in California. I made a mistake long ago in college. It was like a marijuana charge or something like that. And she would have gave me 10 years for that, something like that. Me,
Mm.
I graduated from college, but I made a mistake. And, people I believe in redemption. People can learn from their mistakes. I don't believe you should lock people up 10, 20 years over nonviolent
Right.
charges. I just don't believe in it.
Mhm.
All right, right here. Perfect example right here. Right? Black Capitol riot to denied bail while many others were released. That's where I got to tell him, man. Yo, Haas, you know what I'm going to tell him here, man. Stop the crap.
Mhm.
Stop the crap.
Mhm.
You should have been out there
You
anyway.
ain't had
crap.
no business out there.
Exactly.
Whatever the white people
Exactly.
Exactly.
all the white folks' business, you get the white folks got to get
Exactly.
somebody to be punished for that dumbass shit. And if you're dumbass
Hey.
crazy enough to be out there, you crazy enough to take the heat. You know what I mean? So you can't go
Well,
cry, man. They wouldn't give me
how
bail.
did he get there?
Yeah, you
How did he get there?
no business there. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You know?
How did he get there?
So whatever
You know?
comes with that is what you got to wear, man. But
So let me ask you this to stay on that topic just for a quick second. So you saying, okay, you got two evils, right? One of them got to go in there. So I gotta vote. I don't like neither one of
you
them.
don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything.
I'm talking about not you. I'm talking about society.
Because if they listen, because if one side don't, if a group say they're not voting, and then you got all the devils voting, that's why I was so close. Because so many people said I'm not voting.
Because we don't like neither one of them. So like,
we understand it, but one of them got to
Get
go in.
the same result in the end out of this election.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Now, the thing about it is we just left the Trump era of Trump, right?
yeah,
And Trump didn't like any of the immigrants, right? He didn't like none of the immigrants. But there were certain immigrants populations that he didn't involve. Why? Because they were organized. You know what I mean? They were organized. You know what I mean? He wasn't able to impose his will on certain organizations, certain ethnic groups because they were organized. And what happens is that no matter who was elected, the elected official, we have to get organized as a group of people. You know what I'm saying? We have one common history. And that's we all come. We have one common strain. You know what I'm saying? We all come from Africa, or for a better word for Al Kibulan. You know what I'm saying? So we all come from Africa. You follow what I'm saying? That means that we all have a connection. We all have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Whether she's in Tennessee, whether you in Atlanta, whether I'm in Harlem, whether somebody in the Philippines, no matter whether, you know what I'm saying? So we all have the hue. You You know what I'm saying? So what happens is we have to get organized, and we want to buttress the effects of the environment. We have to get organized, because the reason why we fill the jails is because we're not organized. The reason why we fill the mental health clinics is because we organized. The reason why our kids are dropping out is because we're not organized. We lack the ability to hold someone accountability. You know what I mean? So we lack the ability to hold accountability, somebody can tell you anything. That's just like going in the jeweler and buying some diamonds, and he's saying they worth this, and you spend and they ain't worth that. Because you're not an educated consumer. We consume this, American society, but we're not educated on how it works. You know what I'm saying? Because we too busy trying to get by. That's what Martin Luther King died for, because he was trying to alleviate poverty. You know what I'm saying? It's the poverty that distorts your mindset. Abraham Maslow, the Maslow hierarchy of needs. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that have to be met for someone to be able to think in a certain manner. You know what I mean? If your basic needs are not being met, then you guess what? Your thinking is going to be skewed. That's basically what Maslow hierarchy of needs is. So we asking ourselves to make sound decisions when we are in need of want. So when you're in need of want, that's like taking somebody asking you a question, they got to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really got time to talk to you right now. Right. So asking us about questions about dealing with our community and organizing our community is hard, as we don't really got time for when we trying to feed our family, when we trying to keep the lights on, we trying to keep food on our table. So what happens is poverty is created. Just as wealth is created, poverty is created. You understand what I'm saying? And we have to understand there's a different class system in the Black community. There's different class systems, and these class systems are not on the same page. Once we get on the same page, then we'll be able to create an effective plan of action. But as long as we're on different pages,
Hassan, I want to finish what you're saying right there, but they're asking you something here that they need answer. Put that back up, please. Right here, Hassan. Lincoln Projects and Lennox Terrace are right next door, but two different worlds. Why is that?
I'm glad you said that. Because I'm from Lincoln Projects, and my family lives in the Lennox Terrace. First of all, we got to understand that that part of Harlem was the worst section of Harlem. 134th Street area was the worst section of Harlem. So they built the Lennox Terrace as an experiment. They built the Lennox Terrace and the Riverton and the Delano as an experiment in terms about how to make sure that putting the educated Negro and the poor Negro together, that we would inspire each other. But the experiment didn't work. The class system just drew the lines. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is when they created Lennox Terrace, it was supposed to put doctors, lawyers, educated people in the same community with people who, who were struggling economically. You understand what I'm saying? But what happens is this project did not work. You know what I mean? Because what happens is the people did not come together. There were different variations of problems inside our community that didn't work. I'm from Madison Avenue, 2120 Madison Avenue. I grew up in Lincoln Projects. So I understand the nuances associated with that area very well. You know what I mean? So what happens is that, you got to make that balance. See, hope. See, what happens is a thing called hope. And when this group of people has hope, and this group of people doesn't have hope, then what happens is you can't have these people come together because they got two different mindsets. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the class system does, and that's what the Riverton and the Lincoln Projects. Because if you know anybody living in the terrace, they just as hood and ghetto as anybody else in the Lincoln. They just have a little bit more money. They just have a little bit more economic structure. But what happens is, it turns about Black living, playing cards, drinking liquor, and all the rest is they do exactly the same things. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? What separates us is the economic class system, and the problem is that we just keep going for jobs. We teach our children to go for jobs instead of creating institutions. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand, like I just said, the Lennox Terrace was built specifically to tear down the worst section of Harlem, because at that point in time, a lot of they called it Vice City over there. You know what I'm saying? Everything, all the vices was over there between 132nd and 135th Street. They even had the Lincoln Theater. And the Lincoln Theater was we had a lot of theaters in Harlem, like 116th Street, where First Corinthians is at, 116th and 5th Avenue. There was a lot of theaters in Harlem at the time. But they said the Lincoln Theater up there on 135th Street was where you could get cut. So Lincoln always been dangerous. So it ain't nothing new about Lincoln Projects being someplace, a nefarious moniker. But what happens is that, the poverty over there in Lincoln, because it's almost a vast difference. You go to 132nd Street and Madison Avenue, you know what I'm saying? It used to look like a devil, like a wasteland. Then you go around the corner to the terrace, and they got doormen. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? It was a vast contrast, but you know what they still didn't say the thing about it. So it's the economics that separates the people from being able, and people's belief that they could do things. People's hope that they could be somebody. You know what I'm saying? 197, John B. Rushworm is named after one of the first black newspaper owners in New York City. But we don't know that. You know what I mean? And that's a school right there on the corner of 135th and 5th Avenue. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is we got to take pride. Just like the sister said, we don't know what we did. We don't know where we come from. And being we don't know what we did, we don't know where we come from. That's why we won't prosper. And giving them us dollars and giving us fixing up housing, it's not going to change it. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's loving who you are, having self-esteem, having racial pride, and respecting yourself so you can respect everybody else and everybody else can respect you. It's not about disrespecting anybody else. Everybody on this earth needs respect. No race is better than the other. But you know what I'm saying? It's when psychology, when you feel bad about yourself, you know what I'm saying? Say you propagate, you project the negative feelings on someone else. So we got to understand that there's individual psychology and there's group psychology. And the only way to reduce this mental illness and the negative psychology psychosis that we're dealing with is, you know what I'm saying, is loving ourselves.
Okay, listen, man. All right. Tell them like it is. Now, I wanted him to answer that about Larry Turk, but now we're going to bounce back to where we were talking about organized. Black people not organized, man. America
That's
not
right.
organized. You understand? And if y'all paid attention to what happened over the last 4 years, if y'all really paid attention to what happened over the last 4 years, y'all would see what Donald Trump did was he went in Washington and organized the Republican Party.
That's right.
He organized the Republican Party. Whether you don't like him, what he stood for, none of that. They so confused and discombobulated right now, they don't know what to do.
Right.
Because they had no organization in Washington. They was all rogue. You understand? Donald Trump went up there and said, either you do what I say or I'm going to do it on my own because I got this pen and I can sign executive order. Ain't no other president did it because none of them had the balls because they always being controlled by the big boys up top. Donald Trump said, I'm being controlled by my money. Yeah, friends. And that's what I'm looking out for. The point of that tax cut that they got, you know what I mean? The tax cut, the rich people don't even pay the tax. The most they pay is 20% for corporations. 20 cents. You know what I mean? For every $100, they only give up $20. But you and me, for every dollar we make, we give up 38.
Right.
We give them damn near double what the corporation gives.
Yeah. Exactly.
And what they use to tell the other politicians, you understand what I'm saying, to ride with them, you know what I mean? What they used was they told them straight up, okay, we're going to give the corporations more money. Yeah? We're going to give, what's that, Walgreens, Domino's, you know, Boeing, you know what I mean, CVS. We're going to give all of them more money. We're going to give them a tax cut. If we give them a tax cut,
money.
No,
right.
Now, hold on, let me finish. If we give them a tax cut, if we get these big corporations, aka plantations, we get these big corporations, aka modern day slave plantations, if we get these big corporations all this money, you understand what I'm saying? In a tax, they're going to turn around and they're going to build more plantations. I mean, corporations. You understand?
Right.
Welfare so we can get them off of welfare. So that's what they use to sell the other politicians in the Republican Party, the poorer ones that was trying to look out for the poorer people. But once them corporations got that money, they ain't built no damn job. They took that money and went overseas and built more stuff overseas because they get the labor done for free. And
exactly, and don't have to pay tax.
And that's why, as a businessman, Donald Trump went to China.
That's right.
China been
right. The tax flows are different. The tax flows are different.
Listen, I'm 50-something years old. I'm an old ass man. When I was a kid, everything that came in, I'm talking about everything. No pencil sharpener.
China,
right?
China. You know what I mean? And they wasn't paying nothing to bring it in. And that's what Donald Trump was fighting for. He wanted them to pay.
That was what tariffs was about. Yes.
Because that's what the Panama Canal was about. With no
right, exactly.
I used to sell cocaine back then. And I dealt with a lot of the big boys, so I know what was going on with the fight. That Panama Canal Everything went crazy with that Panama Canal because Noriega was supposed to play by the rules. You know what I mean? Let America extend the canal. But at the time, the canal was only letting in, let's say, 4 ships, 2 up and 2 down. So America told Noriega, let us widen that joint so we can get 50 ships in. But we want to get some of your money from your joint. So what's the name? Said, no, I'm not gonna give you my money to drive through my joint. I'll take my time and let the 4 ships go, but the money's still gonna come because they have to do it.
Right.
When they said, "Oh, you don't want to play fair," and that's when they went and Noriega said he was selling drugs, but Noriega was selling drugs in Washington D.C.
Did you ever see that movie American Me? I think it's called American Made.
Yeah,
with Tom Cruise.
Yeah. You know, but that's what it is. But anyway, let me get real quick with this organization. Blacks ain't organized, man. Look how we got our beautiful sisters that have a right to vote. We can't vote. We can marry you, and we still can't vote. You know what I mean? So you can marry us and make us a citizen, but we still can't vote. That's right. Because we went to jail. So they used that to take a class of people away, the black class, to take our vote. And that still wasn't enough because we made a hell of a lot of babies over the last 30 years, and the babies are grown now. Hence, these 2 right here. Those are the 80s babies. You know, those are the 90s babies. You know what I mean? The new millennium babies.
Right.
You know I mean? And they didn't count y'all in. And that's how they counted y'all out, by separating your vote, by telling you, by having you think that your vote don't count while you watching them tear down the Capitol because they saying they vote didn't count.
Right. That's
that shows you how important that shows you how important that vote is. You understand that they tearing down the Capitol? They went in there with the Confederate flag. Do you know what a Confederate flag is, Miss Tennessee?
Yes.
You know the significance of that signature. I know you do because you went to college. You say you're Pamela alumni, so you know what the Confederate flag is. Those was the ones, and that was the British flag that was fighting to keep slavery down in the South. When New York and Boston Tea Party and all of them had to go down there to fight for the blacks down there to freedom. That was that flag that they kept. It never made it past Richmond, Virginia. And here it is, damn near 500 years later, and you got a white man holding that goddamn British flag in the house, and it's never been past Washington, Richmond, Virginia. That flag has never from General Grant. Nobody say get it like General Grant did Richmond, because he took that. You know what I mean? But he wouldn't let it go past it. And that's when they went down there and took it from them. You know, but your vote counts, sis. Don't let them tell you that. And you got to pick one of them evil mothers. It's one going in. So you got to look, say, man, okay, like me, I needed Trump in that last quarter. You understand what I'm saying? Because Joe Biden still had that mentality where he didn't want to admit that he was wrong. I needed Hillary. Hillary was going to change the laws, the criminal justice system. Because Bill Clinton went up there crying, saying that he screwed up. Because he knew he screwed up. I'm not the only one they kept in there for 26 years. There's a whole bunch of us. Underwood just came out after 30-something years. William
Lou Hobbs.
You know, you understand what I'm saying? Corey Jacobs. You understand what I'm saying? We had a lot of brothers that came out doing that crack.
Well, they need the free can do. They need the free can do.
Exactly.
That's what they need to get.
They need to get Amir. You know what I mean? What's the brother out of Newark? The old head. You know what I'm talking about. The old head out of Newark. Pray.
I know you're talking about his name. His name right now.
Pray. Akbar Pray. Akbar Pray. Yeah.
Right. Akbar Pray. Right. Exactly.
You know. Come on. You know, but sisters, don't think that your vote don't count. They try to tell you that. We had no structure. Let me get to this real quick. Donald Trump went up in there. You had Democrats and Republicans. All of them was beefing with each other within the party. The Republicans couldn't vote together. The Democrats couldn't vote together. Donald Trump went up there and he sat there and talked to all the Republicans that wanted the buck one at a time, and he explained to them how business works. You can't get nothing done unless the whole team is moving together as a unit.
Yep.
The whole team moved together as a unit.
Exactly.
You know, when I was in Florida and it used to rain, I loved when it rained My man John Jones don't even know this. I love when it rains. I used to smoke me a good old joint, drink some of that White Lightning, and I go sit out in that yard after the rain, and I find a nice dirt patch because that's where those ants built those ant houses and the ant hills.
Mm-hmm.
You see what those ants built overnight. Because they all moved together as one. 10,000 ants.
Organized.
10,000 ants moved hundreds of pounds of dirt and made a whole hole in the football field every time it rained.
Yes.
Throughout the night. But they moved together as one.
That's
so what
right.
Donald Trump did was he went up there and he got the Republicans to move together as one. So you don't get but maybe one or two old head Republicans that just want to buck because they didn't know how to unite the people. You understand? So they want to buck Trump and don't want to vote for him. But they had 53, 54 senators, and 52 of them always voted the same for 4 years and didn't let the Democrats get nothing done. And now the Democrats, because they had the majority. Do you know that 1 in every 4 judge Donald Trump put in? 1 in every 4 federal judge in the appellate court and the Supreme Court, 1 in every 4 Donald Trump put in. Do
So
you know who make the laws and shape the course of this country for the next 50 years because it's lifetime appointments? They don't want to do that. They told you that in school, right?
Exactly.
In school, right? Huh?
I can't hear you. I didn't hear you.
I said
was absent that day.
They went school about the power of the judges, right? That the judges stay in there forever. And they're the ones that shape the course of the country because they're the ones that's going to make the rulings and the interpretation of what Congress meant when they put in these statutes that they use to lock us up. So 1 in every 4 have the mindset of a conservative Republican that believe in making America great again. Let's keep it 100.
And what we need to vote on.
That whole time they was impeaching Donald Trump and everything else that he was doing, Mitch McConnell was in the back putting in judges, and nobody knew what was going on because they're busy worried about what Donald Trump doing. You understand what I'm saying? 1 in every 4 federal judge in office right now was appointed by Donald J. Trump. That's the most ever. It took Obama and Bush 8 years to get like 200 and something. And this man got 304 years.
Hey, Unique. I gotta do my homework. I gotta pass it in. So I'm
pass it. Thank you for coming. We've been here long enough. I'm just giving these jewels up. We get ready to bounce out.
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right.
Thank you, baby girl. You know what I mean? I know all the niggas gonna hit you up in the DM. You know where to find that. But you understand what I'm saying? So Donald Trump showed all of them how to move together in step as a unit. You know what I mean? If you want to know what organization is, go pull up on YouTube the Chinese military. Pull up North Korea's military and watch how they march where every leg, every arm, everything moves together. With 100 men, they kicking a leg up. They walking like horses. Go. That's organization. That's structure. Go ahead, Hans.
One thing I would say before we close out is that, you know, what we need to vote on is the fact that to make sure that we can still vote, because our ability to vote is voted on every few years. You know what I mean? So our ability to vote as Black people is not written in stone. It's not forever. It's not for perpetuity. It gets reevaluated every few years. So if we want to vote on something, we need to vote on the fact that we need to abolish that and make sure that our voting rights are for perpetuity for forever and not not renegotiated every few years. Because at this point in time, that's what's been going on since 1964. Our voting rights have been reissued, recertified every few years. So that's what we need to vote for, so they can stop doing that.
All right.
You know, because our right to vote will be taken from us.
But until then, y'all go and pull up on YouTube North Korea, South Korea, China military. Pull up gangs and organizations in China. Pull up triads in China. You understand what I'm saying? And you see how they move together. I mean, you wouldn't even believe it. They said, man, listen, man. But man, like I said, we just have to learn how to move together as a people, man. Because as one person begin to rise, we got everybody else trying to pull them down instead of holding them up.
Exactly.
Everybody pull them down instead of holding them up.
I think it's a misconception of people thinking that there's not enough. And there's enough of everything for everyone.
They ain't just thinking of nobody want the next person to have more than them.
Right, right.
It's greed. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because they police their community and family. They don't depend on help from the government. You know what I mean? But Jason, that's the same thing I'm telling you, that the Republicans, they believe in letting the communities police themselves.
No, that's right.
And only call us when the system breaks down. Don't expect us to be there. But the Democrats are saying, we want to be there. We want to run your life. The Democrats is the one who came up with the 911 for your damn kids to call. Come on, Chastity. How many times they told you if their parent do something, you call 911? You know what I mean?
My daddy.
You see? But that's where it's at. That's what they do. You know what I mean? They took away our right to parent.
That's right.
My mama from beating me, I got a pistol and hit the block. You know what I mean? I need to ask somebody to keep the pistol out of my hand. But they took that away because they started telling us at school, if your mama put her hands on you, you understand? You call 911 and we take you in a nice house with a rich family, and you know what I mean? But they don't tell you that you're going to go get molested.
Right.
You're get molested and treated like a third world slave.
Right, exactly.
Move you over there across the train tracks, you know what I mean, to where you could only dream about. Next thing you know, you got a basement on a sheet on the concrete floor. You know? And then you wish you would have listened to your mama and stayed where the hell you was at. You know what I mean?
Right.
The less you have, the more you have, the less they have. All right? But I'm getting ready to now, man. I've been here too long.
Good night, everybody.
Again, good night.
Show.
I know I'm going to sleep. I'm not tired. Bye, everybody.
Good night. It was nice.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
All right.
So everybody there, man, that's where we at. You know?
All right.
So, yo, Hans, you know, I just wanted to tap in and give them a little something. So that's why I kept the crowd small. That's what I be trying to tell you. I don't want too many people so they can hear and understand and get the message a little better. You know what I mean?
Right.
All of them learn something. You know what I mean? All those females learn something. I seen it in their eyes. I just ain't want to go in. But, you know, I'm glad and I'm honored that we was able to uplift them. You know what I mean? And who knows who else is watching this that got uplifted. You know what I mean? Yes, I want to thank my moderators. You know what I mean? My sister Chichina, Ja Jones. You know what I mean? And of course, you know what I mean? The big brother Sin. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. I mean, the joint was a smooth show. I don't see no bullshit up here. So we kept all the haters out. You know what I mean? Sandy Richardson, what's up, baby? You know, but anyway, we get ready to go out. You want to say your goodbyes and your shout outs, House?
You know, I just want to say, you know, free Dre the Boss, free Boogie, you know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to my man Dewey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my peoples from Lincoln Projects, all my peoples all around, all the love from 136 to 132nd to 135th, baby. I love everybody. That's my town, Lincoln Projects. All right.
Me and House be back Wednesday with the prison talk.
Yes, sir.
Friday with
Grown Folks Talk.
With Grown Folks Talk. And then that Sunday is what we're going to do.
Brunch.
The Sunday brunch. You know what I mean?
That's right.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to see what happens. We might even do a brunch this Sunday because they really enjoyed that. The numbers was good. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Cindy West, thank you for tuning in. Jason Frazier, Antoine Alston. You know what I mean? Of course, you already know Ja Jones, Truth Teller, LaMisha, Retail Clothes. You know what I mean? Felicia White. You know what I mean? Okay, we got the peoples in here. You know, but I appreciate everybody coming in. Truth Teller. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
It was a nice joint, man. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed everybody. Thank you for your comments and for checking in. All right, Haas?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Salute, good brother. All right.
All right. Peace.